do. The menu music isn't even playing yet. Oh damn it, Bobby! That boy ain't right.
All right, we got desktop audio.
See, I need a career like that, man. I need to just go to a warehouse, sell propane for 8 hours a day, go home, just chill. You know what I mean?
Welcome back to Clickety Clackety Roll to do Attackety. All currently 1 viewers. This is mostly a hangout stream. We're going to be playing Baldur's Gate because I'm really excited to play a bard, and get shit done. But yeah, I guess we can start. Let's introduce ourselves. My name's James Hammer. I run this channel. Despite what other people may tell you, it's mine. But yes. And then please introduce yourself, faceless one.
My name is Carl Fleming. My social security number is 243-827462. My home address is 631 Lake Spirit. That's in Michigan. The town is Dearborn. What else? I graduated from MIT University in 2020, and my mother's maiden name is Hadley.
Dude, I
Shit. Here's my credit card. Here's my credit card code. Hold on. Keep going. Sorry.
There's a reason that I have not allowed him to put his face on stream is because I knew he was going to show his credit card. Serious question though. Do you not want us to dox your name?
No, my name's Scott.
Okay,
I don't
okay,
actually mind.
Okay. I just didn't ask that question. Yeah. Scott is not playing with us today, but he is a temporary hanger-on because he's a good friend. And lovely. And then who are you?
My name is Smitty Werben Jaegerman Jensen, and as some people may know, I am number 1. Hey, how's it going, folks? You can call me Lil Knutt or Brendan is fine too. Those are both my monikers.
I don't know if you can see your screen name was Lil Nut.
For reference on Steam, I have a picture of a squirrel and he's super buff and he's got like a chain, so he's like
he's got that bling.
All right.
On.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah, he's icy.
I guess I forgot to mention that I am the video game boy. I am the one who wins. That is my thing. But yeah. Are we ready to go, Lil Nut?
Oh yeah. I just cracked my fingers.
Let's get into it. Let's fight these frames. Okay. Launch. Let's see how long I wait on this.
I haven't played this patch at all.
And
I like barely played when the Barbarian came out too, so I haven't really.
Yeah. I haven't.
Bards?
They have bards and barbarians now. I think they have bards, barbarians, druids, rangers. Actually, I can probably figure that out.
Barbarian.
Barbarian,
Okay.
bard, cleric, druid, fighter, ranger, rogues. Oh, sorcerer too. I haven't played since the sorcerer was added. Sorcerer, warlock,
That was
wizard.
3 ago.
Yeah, that was a while ago. I haven't played in a while.
So let's see. So what do they not have? They don't have
Artificer. I don't know if they will.
Because it's not PHB. You're right.
They got wizard, warlock, sorcerer, rogue, ranger, fighter, druid, cleric, bard,
Monk.
barbarian, monk. They don't have monk.
They're missing monk and artificer. Is there another one they're missing? Can't think of one.
It's gotta be.
Oh, paladin. They're missing paladin.
And you can see there's like 2 slots here where those are probably gonna fit. Like paladin and monk, because I think if they're gonna pick 2 more, it's gonna be paladin and monk. I think
Those bastards are silencing artificers.
I feel like it probably messes with the tone of the game, and I don't know how you'd represent the weird shit that artificers can do in this game. I don't know how.
That's gotta be a nightmare.
Like, just imagine you can just make magic items, and but it's a video game. If you're able to make magic items in a video game, there's ways to dupe them and like break the code and like just create 40 million portable holes. You know, like just
the modders. They're gonna put artificers in it. Don't worry. Like,
oh yeah,
it'll happen.
Like you won't be able to play with them because it'll be like those old FPS games where you like just see like the character model like 50 feet in the air just because that person was glitching. It was like cheating. Okay, I'm gonna make Sadie in my game. I'm gonna make Sadie since she's probably coming back.
And because this race gets no love, I'm gonna make my boy
Since we have gnomes too now.
Lalir or Lalir.
Lalir. Wonderful. All right. Not to get too controversial with the stream.
All right, let's talk about Biden. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my
Let's
gosh.
bring it up. Let's bring it up.
What are you
Let's
gonna
go.
say?
Let's go. Let's lean into it.
Not to get too controversial to the stream, but my friend has said, and I literally don't know what to think about this, that there are multiple people in her head. Not in like a schizophrenic way, in like a
My ex was like that.
okay, but we have some opinions on your ex here.
Yeah.
So that's not really a supportive
Let's
argument.
keep that off the stream. Let's
Doesn't
keep that off the
say
stream.
that.
Let's keep
Yeah,
it off the stream.
I'm not talking about it.
Yeah.
I'm not planning on.
She's a wonderful person and a friend of the channel. But yeah, continue.
I completely have lost the plot now. Thanks, James.
I thought that was just like, oh god. You were talking about a person with multiple voices in their
Oh,
head.
yeah. And they keep referring to the voices in their head in this Discord channel with a bunch of my old college friends as if they're other people. So she says, "So I went to go get groceries. Got halfway there, realized I forgot my wallet at my apartment, and now JD is making fun of me while I trek back." JD is a voice in her head. How am I as a person supposed to react to that? Open question. I literally have no idea.
Is this something that's like recently manifested?
It's it's fucking God, like 8 months old, maybe 9 months old.
Interesting. I feel like, I guess if
When-
it's not if it's not like causing actual like difficulties, I'd just
I mean,
leave
it is though.
It is.
It definitely is because she talks about like dissociating and like having it be like a like she's using it as like a defensive thing for like getting out of things, if that makes sense.
I literally, I have no opinion because I am not gonna give a wrong opinion. All right, that's
I refuse to give the wrong
None of us
opinion.
are medical professionals.
I'm not trained for that.
None of us
is-
are medical professionals. I think that the ultimate thing is just like
Seek therapy?
seek therapy.
Perhaps?
I encourage everyone always to seek therapy. If you talk about it with the person, target the ways that they are experiencing pain in life, and not just say like it's wrong for you to have voices in your head or whatever. But more like, hey, these people, these people aren't appreciating that this is happening. Do you think that's maybe causing you some like issues? It's concerning me. I mean, I go to therapy, and I think everyone should be in therapy. Maybe it's something to talk to them about. Like, you can probably figure it out more charismatic than that, but something along those lines, as opposed to like directly going, "Hey, you crazy," and like just getting in on that. But like, that's
Yeah,
generally been
I'm not
my.
about to drop
Yeah, I know
a-
you're not. I know you're not. But like,
I'm
that's
not
generally
about to-
my approach is always to meet someone where they're at. Because if it's something that is bothering other people, there's a significant this is a big thing with mental illness. If it's something that's bothering other people, I guarantee you that it's bothering them in some way. And if it's not like bothering them in a conscious way, it is causing them difficulties in life. So I would target the difficulties in their, I hate the word target, but like discuss and like focus on the difficulties in that person's life, as opposed to, and how you can help with that, as opposed to treating the symptoms. That's someone else's job that we do not have degrees for.
Perhaps more controversial. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Yes.
Much
Okay.
more controversial there. Oof.
Hear me out here. A hot dog's a taco.
Okay. Yeah, you've convinced me. That makes more sense because it's a foldable piece of.
Yeah.
But isn't
yeah.
a taco a subset of sandwich?
Shit, man. No, a taco is its own thing because it
Oh.
maintains three sides of the it maintains three axes of the four-dimensional.
So
the
are you
fourth-dimensional
telling me that a
universe.
sub sandwich that you don't cut like the back of, if you just cut it, you know what I mean, and open up the bread and put all the, you're telling me that's not a sandwich?
The moment
that's-
that you
it's
cut
folded
the bread,
like a, you know
it
what I
becomes a
mean?
sandwich. The moment that you cut the bottom of the bread, it becomes a sandwich. Currently, it's a taco. Alternatively,
So you need
a
it
taco is a
ready to
sub.
be cut. So let me get this straight. If I take like a little razor blade and I make like a little tiny slit on my on my tortilla, and then I put the meat and lettuce and cheese.
That motherfucker,
Now
that's
we
a
have a
sandwich.
sandwich. You would do
Yes.
that.
If
Uh,
you hold that shit like a
so
sandwich,
so
because
a,
otherwise it would fall out the bottom, that is a sandwich.
so a quesadilla
No,
is
not enough to cut
a
to the.
quesadilla is a sandwich. A quesadilla is a sandwich.
A quesadilla is a sandwich.
Yeah. Okay.
No, a quesadilla is a taco,
Is it?
assuming it's
Because
folded.
well, it depends on. I
If
guess it
it's
depends on.
two
If
independent
it's two independent
tortillas,
tortillas smushed together,
then it's a
then
sandwich.
it's a
Yes.
sandwich. Yeah. Okay. So if it's folded, it's a taco. If it's two independent pieces connecting something, it's a sandwich.
Okay.
That makes sense to me.
Now bear with me here.
We're complicating the problem. Let's go.
Bear with me here. A Pop Tart is a calzone. Hear me out. Bread on four sides, something in the middle. Brendan, you're still muted, even though I know you're laughing your ass off right now.
Yeah, I was thinking to fuck out of here, bro.
I'd argue it's a strudel.
A strudel.
Yes.
So a calzone is a strudel.
Is a
A
pierogi
calzone might be a
calzone?
strudel.
It is a pierogi is a ravioli, actually.
Is a ravioli a calzone?
Yes.
It's a bunch of little calzones.
This is,
if there's bread,
that one guy from Park
Gameplay question. Do we think so? I think Sadie has vicious mockery, but what's our other cantrip?
I don't know what they are.
Probably say. Is it going to be minor illusion or friends?
Now the weird thing is, if you cut a hole in the top of the ravioli or the toaster strudel, it's actually a bread bowl.
I'd imagine a bread bowl is something else, though. That's a pot pie.
A bread bowl is its own thing. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
It's taco, bread bowl, calzone, and sandwich.
I'm sure that we can disseminate these into other categories as well. I'm gonna go with friends. Let's see, what do we got here?
Ooh, excuse me.
Oh, I have Tasha's hideous laughter. I can't wait to see what that looks like.
This is actually an interesting decision that I've been left with.
What are you playing?
I'm not sure. I want to either play as one character as a fighter, maybe, or depending on what you wanted to play. You're playing a bard, right?
Yeah, I'm playing a bard. I'm playing Sadie.
I was almost considering playing, because Scott knows that this is right after Descent into Avernus, so I think he knows who I want to play.
So true. I know exactly who you want to play.
But he's a warlock.
I actually can't get on to the stream.
Oh?
I'm clicking clickety clackety RTA, and it is popping up as sorry, unless you've got a time machine, this content is unavailable.
I was having a problem with this earlier too.
Did you fix it?
I kept refreshing, and eventually it was like, you good.
I'm gonna take a
Okay,
look.
I will continue to refresh until I'm good.
It says I'm live. Are we playing?
Until I'm good.
Yep, we're there. Yeah, it's
Oh,
working
shit.
on
No.
mine.
Now, is this channel a calzone? It's still not working for me.
That one I don't get.
Interesting. Huh.
I'll pop it open on Chrome, see if that works.
I'm gonna take disguise self instead of healing word.
Old.
I'm gonna take Thunder Wave. I've got no, I have Dissonant Whispers. I'm just gonna keep Dissonant Whispers. I'm gonna take I have to know what you're playing.
Decision of all time.
Sorkadin.
I can't.
Fuck, there's no
Literally
multiclass.
can't.
You're right.
I wonder if they'll have multi-classing in the full game. I wonder if they said anything about that. Honestly, I feel like it's one of those things that's just too hard to do.
I don't know how it would be hard to do.
There's
Who are we gonna
weird.
take with us then? Because we can build this.
Okay.
What NPCs do you want to journey with?
My favorite NPC is Lae'zel. I love Lae'zel.
Really, the Gith?
The Gith,
That's
yeah.
hilarious. Because even though I like Gith, I hate her.
Oh, I love her. I don't know. I get like
Perhaps I will cut you from neck to navel. Yeah.
I like the insecure energy she brings as she like really asserts that like that
I am
Githyanki thing,
powerful.
that powerful thing. But then you remember like she's a level 1 Gith who doesn't even have her silver sword, and so she's just like totally compensating, and that's funny to me.
I'm gonna play as R'lyeh. I'm gonna play as a fighter.
You're gonna play it for Lear.
All right.
Okay. You know what? Give me a second. I could play as Aoife.
Aoife! Ranger.
I want to try the Bard or the Barbarian, but you know what? I'll try that on my own time. Let's go Ranger. So that's gonna be, we're gonna make her the I can't do a Lodrin, but I can do Wood Elf, which has a green tint to her skin. Then her origin is folk hero. Wood Elf. Let's make her skin color. Can I make it greener? Can I make it greener? Oh no, we can do like bright green. There we go. I'll do that. Let's fix her hair.
Where to next?
Let's hope the locals are friendly. Hells.
Be wary. This place is trapped.
Okay, so we'll do that. Can I change her hair? Oh, it's down here. Eye colors are bright green. Then her hair is more flowy and ridiculous. I think they've added new hair options. These are lovely.
I think I am set.
Alright, I'm gonna take a little bit, I'm sorry.
You're good.
Oh yeah, there are a billion hairstyles. That'll do. I'm sorry,
Oh,
this
shit.
always takes me longer. What's up?
Political director of Texas's largest anti-abortion group was arrested for soliciting a minor.
Imagine that. That's funny how that ends up working.
Alright, maybe Twitch will like me more if I... Oh, fucking authenticator app, god damn it.
Okay. Right, so skills. Stealth. She's got survival.
Oh shit, your boy can watch the stream.
Oh shit. She's not good at investigation. She's good at... Wait, what?
Persuasion.
Oh, I can't pick extra ones? Interesting. Okay, that's fine. Then abilities. Just doing the recommended one. Strength, dexterity, wisdom. Yeah, that works. Actually,
This is very Aoife.
yeah, right. Uh, she's got wisdom. I think her strength is lower. Her charisma is a little higher. Um, and so is her. Yeah,
So you're
she's
gonna play
very.
as a ranger?
Yeah, I'm playing as a ranger.
All right. So
Um,
I think we take Shadowheart and Gale.
Shadowheart and Gale. Yeah, okay.
I think so. Look,
Um,
Just to
we
let you
can pick
know.
up Lazelle. She's just gonna stay at the camp.
she's gonna stay at the camp. Okay. Okay.
Just to let you know, stream. Anytime that the nut puts his camera away, he's knee deep in prayer.
Every time. That's the only time I get on my knees.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's Aoife. All right. Venture forth.
Tell me.
Oh, who does Aoife dream of?
Oh.
Oh
I love
God,
I love the way they phrase
I'm
that.
gonna make Aleph.
Oh my
I'm gonna make
fucking god.
Aleph.
I'm also gonna make it.
Okay.
Oh my god.
He's a human. He was a human, right?
He
Yes.
was a human ranger.
Okay. Human.
But he had brown hair that was medium long length, and he had a beard. He had a full beard.
Yep. That he
I think he
did.
had green
Oh
eyes.
God, I think this is almost already him.
Green-eyed. Very green-eyed.
I think this is already almost him. Do you think? Let me move these. Let me move these frames a little bit. Let me just shrink these to the very corner. I think I'm already almost there.
You're pretty close.
It's black hair, right?
It was dark brown.
Dark brown.
And it was more
That's
scraggly than
ginger.
this.
Yeah, I can.
But the
find,
facial hair is close.
I can find something. I think there. Black brown. That about right?
Yeah, that's around right.
Okay. Let me facial hair. Let's just check some other ones. I think that was it. I think my textures are really poor. I just love that beard.
Oh shit, too much beard. Far too much beard.
There, that's probably it. The texture's horrible, but that's it. I think what is this hair? It's scraggly, right?
Yeah, it was scraggly. A little bit on the long side.
Okay, so like medium length scraggle. That's a little too coiffed. A little too Greek. A little too
That's close.
balding.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
That's it. Okay.
Yep.
Excellent. No highlights, I assume.
Oh, actually, no, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the stream too far, or two below. Go two backwards on the hair.
That one?
It's gonna take a second
Yeah,
on
it's
the
gonna take
on
a
the hair. Can you turn them? Yeah, that's it. Either
Okay.
that or one to the right. Both of those are good.
This one feels a little less like he's balding. I like this one. I like
Yeah,
the one.
I'm
to
with
the
you on
right.
that.
Okay. Okay. Let me see what else we got. What else we got? Is this his skin color? Or is he paler?
Yeah,
Tan.
no, he's got like road tanning.
Like that? As you see in a second.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, let's try and find a voice that matches.
Are you?
There's only two.
Where are you?
That's not particularly far off. Grumbly and gravelly.
I can do all the voice lines for this character if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll just mute the stream. You can just read the.
Just
Okay.
throw me a script. I've got it.
Usually, actually, you can just improv it. Basically, it's the tadpole trying to get you to surrender. Surrender to it. I think that's what the lore is. I've played through this game so many fucking times. All right, that's who Aoife dreams of.
You want to see who Rod dreams of?
Let me go there real quick.
Sky, you're gonna have to look at that on the Discord.
Oh, hello. Damn, they animated the nipples.
Oh yeah, yeah. I just,
They
There's full
animated
titty
the-
in this.
they animated the
Unfortunately,
nipples.
there's 1/3 extra that's supposed here that isn't supposed to be here. She needs to lose an arm, but
Oh,
Oh
my
shit, you
god.
did it.
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna like our little things are messed up. Hey CS Graham. Yes, it's dat nut. Let me fix things. Actually, I'm gonna
Nut.
Oh god. Oh, it just started. Oh no.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
no.
I hit ready because I readied up. You are already ready, bro.
Yeah, I was already ready, I guess. I guess this is my fault. Close stream. And we should be back. Where did we go? Why are we gone? Why did we disappear?
Still in the cutscene ride.
Yeah, we're illithid. We're flaying some minds.
You know what? This is kind of in theme. This is kind of
yeah.
in theme. This is like an alternate universe adventure.
Mm-hmm. It's the directly after.
Yeah. The secret is that all the illithids are under Ambition's control.
Oh damn! Look
He's
at
the
that.
he's the final
Like,
boss.
that should be a white Abishai right now.
Yeah.
So true. So true.
Yeah. This city's fucked.
Give me 1 second before we start. I need to say another quick prayer.
He's enraptured. You know how it is. It's the Lord.
The in-game sound is just quiet. I'll fix that in a second once we're actually in-game. I'm trying to fix our player frames right now. Don't know where they went.
What tactical benefit occurs from this fucking illithid ship just
Oh, there we
taking
go.
down that clock tower?
He's just I don't know. It's just stealing thralls right now. I think.
Oh, I mean, I get the stealing thralls things. I'm just like taking down the clock tower for no reason.
This shit would be terrifying. Can you imagine living in a world where this shit could just pop in the middle, just plane shift in?
That's something I keep saying about D&D is
do
like
all this stuff and then plane shift out.
every D&D campaign like destroys the security of the world. Every one of them.
You know how many normal people just get
You know-
fucked?
You know, like in my world, Scott,
Mhm.
the only reason that Solomon's Blessing isn't like a major powerhouse is because you decided to align or like hire on an illithid colony and make literal permanent enemies of the Githyanki.
Yeah.
Gith raids are like the only reason.
It's
like
like
they
a
set you back
24/7.
constantly.
I do have to
Yeah.
say
Yeah.
this is still like really appealing to me. This is beautiful. Like this
Oh,
looks
yeah.
so cool. Look at that dragon. Look at that
Mhm.
Gith.
Really
This is what I
well.
imagine. This is how I picture Asher at the end of the final fight while you guys were down below. He's upstairs flying around on the back of Felgalos.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So are these Gith just like plane shifting 4 or 5 times a day?
Yeah, that's all they do.
Well,
They
each
ju-
of them can cast it, and so can each of the dragons. You got to remember that.
Oh shit, yeah, that makes more sense.
That's really
Um,
cool.
I mean, I
And
get why
remember
the
when-
spaceship can do it, but
Well, it's I don't know. I
Is it
guess
the
it's their-
Gith?
it's their
It might
weird
be the
alien
Gith. It might be the
technology.
Gith, or it might be the. I think it's probably the Gith. I think they have the ability to like plane shift. I need to look back at the monster manual, but or Mordenkainen's. I'm pretty
Githyanki-
sure that like Githyanki Knights or whatever do have like a once a day plane shift.
Knights, Kithrax, Gish, and the commander, the supreme commander, they can all plane shift once per day. And when you plane shift, you can target like a whole party of people. So they're probably just each using it once. Oh, there she is.
There's Bay.
oh right, I forgot we wind up in hell in this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we start in Avernus.
Did
And-
these guys get noodled?
Oh yeah. The first cutscene shows like him noodling her, and then he walks out with the tadpole, and you can see the last thing before it cuts away is the tadpole's like razor teeth opening, like in a round maw, and it jumps into your eye.
Got it. So all of these people are fucked.
We're on a time
That's
limit.
the
kind of the whole
plot. The plot is that all of us have tadpoles in our head, but they don't work as fast for some reason. Like that's like the big thing. It's like the tadpoles don't work that fast, and they're like trying to convince you to like accept it. And so like the plot is that there's something else that the mind flayers are doing. Like there's something else instead of just making thralls that's happening.
I'm surprised that like no one for fun hasn't like was like in the 3 years already before it's come out. Like just played a campaign and just did like their own like just ran with what Act 1 sets up and just like does their own shit.
I'm sure they have. I'm sure that people
Probably
have.
like some private games, yeah, probably. I'm
Some of
surprised
them
like no
have.
one's recorded it, I guess is what I'm saying.
There's
All right.
definitely some private games.
All right.
Because that would be lit.
True.
Okay.
Right. I
let's-
forgot the UI is way cleaner now. Alright.
Oh yeah.
Shit,
I
it
love
is way cleaner now. Damn.
that. Ooh, I'm lagging a bit. Yeah, that's janky. I'm gonna.
It's difficult to get that Baldur's Goosey.
Baldur's Ghost.
That Baldursy.
Baldur's
Fix the frame rate a bit. Is a higher frame rate gonna help with that?
I'm sorry?
Is a higher frame rate cap gonna help with that?
I mean, if you're getting low frames, no. The 5 frame rate is just if you don't want a lot of throttling when you're already getting a lot, you know what I mean?
All right.
So you cap it out, so it'll you know you could get 150 frames, but it's staying at 90 just so you don't have it's consistent. So no. Are you like lagging?
Yeah, like it's like jank. Okay, that's better. I put it on low, and it's better. Is there a way to?
Yeah, I was about
okay.
to say you might just want to change your settings down.
Yeah.
Brutal textures moment.
Yeah, these wonderful illithid buttholes.
Forgot. Oh yes.
Am I in the hells?
Hole is whole, man.
Oh,
That's the type of bisexual I am, by the way.
lovely.
We know this about you, Scott.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna go talk to the. I'm gonna go talk to the intellect devourer.
Yeah. I got
Oh
you.
shit, yeah, I remember that.
We are here.
We are here.
In a way they have, there's an entire subclass sorcerer, I think, that's based on the idea that the noodlin didn't take root and you're left with sweet psionics. Yeah, I guess there is. Like, the psionic sorcerer could be that.
Shit, that's a good aberrant mind sorcerer idea.
Yeah.
I should do that.
The exposed brain quivered.
That's a juicy brain.
Or a great old one warlock that's the whole time hasn't realized it, but he's been enthralled by an elder brain.
Fuck, that's also good.
Okay. Sound afraid, why? I'm trying to think if Aoife would, like, just murk this thing.
Yes, you would. It's a
Yeah.
you would know what it is. It's an intellect devourer. You would absolutely just
Yeah, she just...
From this body. From
No.
this place. Free.
no. Stop your whining and fourth trimester abortion this thing.
Yeah.
I have to investigate to make sure I know what it is.
Out of game knowledge indicates this throbbing brain is a bad thing to communicate with.
Okay, so that's a 20 on the die. Alright. Makes sense.
Oh fuck.
Aoife would know this though. Come on, Scott.
Oh, Aoife would absolutely know this. Oh, you know.
Yeah, she knows.
Oh wait, it has a health bar. Can I just walk up and like?
And just
Yeah, you can gack that shit.
I just draw the sword.
Yeah, both of us would fucking murk this thing. Why don't I have an option to kill it yet?
You can leave
You
and
do.
then kill it.
Oh, I failed my Arcana check. Fuck. Alright, I'm just gonna leave and kill it. Oh, destroy the brain. There we go.
Oh yeah, destroy the brain.
Alright, let's see how brutal
Do
this
this.
is.
She gets her fingers all up in there. Ooh,
Oh.
yeah, that's nice and saucy.
That's gold Aoife shit right there.
Mm-hmm.
Ah!
Where are your runes?
I feel bad because I like taking that thing. Because it dies
that's
anyway.
brutal.
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause it's
Oh,
not-
that hurts.
You
Yeah,
dick!
yeah.
You took the elevator.
Friendship is parasitic.
She was parasitic. Or the elder one was just the noodle in the character's brain all along. That's another good idea.
God damn
For like
it.
a great old one sorcerer.
Yo. Okay, really off-topic question.
Oh, there's like a pathway, bro. Why were you even complaining?
I didn't know it was there. I found it because I didn't want to wait for your ass.
You discovered it. See, I'm pushing you to be more explorative.
He Christopher Columbused it.
Okay, let me figure out this.
We colonized it. We took their gold.
All right, Aoife, do your acrobatics thing. Whee! Look at us go. Ah, just like old times.
I just hate how this whole thing is just made of meat.
Yeah.
Flesh. The flesh ship.
I don't know. I imagine it.
This is
I want her armor.
Yeah. We'll take it from her and give it to you.
and of scarlet
Yes.
twinkles. Visions rush past. A dragon swing, a silver sword, and a flash of your face seen through the strange woman's
I think this is a very good Aoife model.
my head.
It's probably a lighter green, but
Very fey.
Skava.
Blackith blesses me this day. Together, we might
Yo,
survive.
has anyone seen Black Widow?
The path forward.
I haven't seen it yet.
You will assist me in destroying them.
It sucks.
We must reach the
It's real bad.
chance to
Like,
Oh.
I heard.
it's really piss poor. The main. Do you mind if I spoil a minor part of it?
Then we
Not at all.
find the helm and take
Actually, it's kind of a major part of it. Hard spoilers for the next like 3 seconds.
Yeah,
if anyone cares.
mute the stream for the next 30 seconds.
Yeah, everybody. The main bad guy's power is that he like has a pheromone cologne, but essentially his power is that his nuts stink, so he can like make women do what he wants.
Okay,
I'm
oh,
sorry.
that's-
What?
His nuts stink, so he.
I mean, it's
can
not
make women
literally
do
his
what he
nuts
wants.
stink, but he's got like a pheromone cologne that can make women do what he wants. That's the plot. And then they butcher Taskmaster.
Ah, she nat one.
Anyway,
Taskmaster
that's it.
isn't cool. I love Taskmaster. That was the only thing that was appealing about that game. Okay, is this a... Oh, it's a bonus action pommel strike.
Crit miss.
There we go. Yeah, I crit
Look at
missed.
him. Dazed. Dumbass.
Alright, I'm just gonna do Aoife's thing.
Bonk.
Yep, that's Aoife's thing. Let me get some height advantage. Can I... fuck. Yeah, I'm not fast enough. I'm just gonna go here. And end my turn. Oh, they're surprised. Oh, wait, I didn't wait for you. Shit.
L plus ratio.
It's basically Axe slightly more honest edition. I don't know what that I don't know what that is, Grim. Oh god, why did we zoom in? Oh god.
No, literally, that's what the fucking movie is.
She's gonna dash. Let's do it. Okay, now, Lae'zel, what are you gonna do? Is there anything within range? Anything?
These imps are never not just.
Yeah,
a
this is
massive pain in
always
the
like,
ass
yeah, this is
for no
always like
reason.
a really dumb like thing. Okay, there's a lesser imp over there that she can shoot. Crit, and she crits. Okay. Way to make it up to me. Way to make it up to me. All right. All right, and that's it for me. Oh, that was cool. She just kind of out of the way. All right, your go. Let's wreck this shit. Oh, that was epic. That was an epic Verlier move.
You proved surprisingly adequate in battle.
Shut
Now,
up.
to the helm.
You suck, lady.
Don't talk about my wife that way.
Hold on.
Get his ass.
Get his ass.
Give his ass.
Where are you going?
Sounds like you're like
Oh shit! I
Mike
dashed
Tyson
ahead.
trying to say kiss his ass. You need to get his ass.
You get to that.
Oh my fucking god. I can't read.
I'm gonna get his ass.
I'm the greatest ever.
The greatest ever. Oh god. Alright, waiting on you, Valir. Alright, we're gonna avoid those
My
fuckers.
name is Darkar, and I'm a gift Yankee Thorthor at the 5th level.
At the fifth of the left.
I cast haste.
Oh my god.
Uh,
Oh.
I've definitely made an enemy of Mike Tyson and his people.
Oh god.
All these D&D nerds are making fun of me.
How did D&D know to make you fun of me? Oh my god.
They wouldn't last 2 minutes in the ring with me. I'm the greatest ever.
I was literally watching a
Although-
video the other day about how hard he punches.
Although a Way of the Fist monk called Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
Fuck, that's good.
Yeah, like, I was watching a video on that, and, like, I was watching just videos of him punch and just seeing how he does it, like, you can feel, like, through the screen, like, how much that fucking hurts.
Is stick
Motherfucker
back.
hits hard.
Don't touch anything without on purpose. How about you fit his stick in your mouth?
Got his ass.
Got him. I stole that from you, Scott.
I know you did.
Mm.
I speak Gith. I should have this. So annihilate, aggression, and something else. I'm gonna press
First
for
off,
something else.
it's not GIF. That's what do you call?
Oh, yeah, it's but she speaks that too. Deep speech.
Is that what? I thought. Is that what they use?
Yeah, I think so, isn't it? Yeah, deep speech is what mind flayers speak.
Huh.
All right, we're gonna get Shadow Heart out. So I'm just gonna press this button. Let's just move along. Oh, it'll have me do it.
Don't mind me. Just getting the stuff.
Oh
that
right,
we
there's
need.
stuff. I'm not gonna hit it.
There's a brain dog over here.
Oh, is it fine? Is it like hurting us? Did you get the
He's-
stuff from in here?
He's chilling. He's a good boy. Yeah, I got it.
He's a good boy. Who's a good brain? Who's a good brain?
Controls next to the pod.
All right, lady. I'm gonna get you out there in
I
just a
don't-
jiffy. Yes, I will.
I don't know who you are,
He's a good brain.
but you can get out. You can get out now. I'm gonna listen in.
Console hums to life.
I'm gonna roll this Arcana with you. Oh wait, no, it's just you. Layleader.
Look at that.
Oh, your name's Layleader.
The pulsing glow and organic lines of the device make it seem more like a beating heart than a machine.
Yeah, I know it got confusing with a character with technically 3 names.
Suddenly, you feel a hideous squirming in your head. A parasite.
Oh.
Then discomfort fades, and another sensation washes over you. Connection,
I don't remember this part.
authority.
No, this is new. Thing. Oh, hold on. I got the rune. You're supposed to put it in the thingy.
Let me try.
That's how this
Oh,
goes.
yeah,
That's
get
how this
that
always
going.
goes.
Because we have
Alright,
like a
you do it.
shared inventory, right?
I think so.
SMH, your carry weight. Totally breaks the immersion.
Look at that easy claps.
The pulsing glow and organic lines of the device make it perhaps it will open the nearby pod.
It's not bad.
So your hand on the console.
You're gonna have to use your illithid
Yeah.
power if you wanna.
Another sensation
That
That's gonna-
sucks.
That's gonna nibble, nibble, nibble on you.
And
authority.
it also gives me weird powers. Like, this is not something Aoife would do. I don't think. No, she would do it because she wants to save people.
Will the pod to open.
Feel the biomechanical brain of the console process your command. And yet,
Yeah, she would do that.
a shiver
She would totally do that.
fills your mind. You feel sated.
What?
As she's on the ground.
Let me out! All right.
Boom, boom. There's like another shadow heart.
Pull my bow.
Turns out this one's just a changeling and it attacks
Mhm.
us.
I thought
Da-
that damn thing was going to be my coffin. Thank you.
Your mind lurches into her thoughts. Her gratitude
Oh, dude, you're like melding. You guys like
because
Vicanids.
you have a gift with you.
You keep dangerous company.
On last Sunday I made God have a conversation with a Rasta mushroom.
Oh fuck yeah, dude.
Rasta mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
It was towing a line, is what it was.
Yeah, I opened up with Wagwan, brethren.
God. Oh man.
Green
Uh.
Green Aoife would be got a problem with Githyanki. Not dangerous companies that you need in a fight. That's more
More that Gith have a problem
that's more
with
Autumn
everyone
Aoife
else.
and Gold Aoife.
But there's more important matters right now. Survival.
Yo, remember
Let
when
me come with you. We can get off this ship.
Aretha killed those kids?
Or tried to. Did she
Tried
kill
to.
them? She tried to.
No.
Tried
No,
to
we
kill
we
those
almost
kids.
we almost murked her. Like, oh my god.
There was fully nearly party infighting.
I warned her.
All of us
That was
did.
so much.
Aoife like was ready to headshot the shit out of her. Oh, I'm not Tav. I forgot to rename her. Fuck.
You didn't rename her.
God damn it. I always
Congrats.
forget. I always forget.
Maybe she's using like a pseudonym for now. She's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
These people don't need to know who I am. I'm
You
Tab.
know what? She has amnesia from an adventure she had before this. Or from the Illithid tadpole. That's why she's level 1 again.
Yeah, no, I guess
She's
you.
trying to figure it all out.
It's nothing.
And why she's sucking at some of these checks.
Enough of this
Did
chat.
she take another long ass slumber?
Now.
Mm-hmm.
She's right. Lead on.
Yeah, Baldur's like the time of ambition has come and gone, and Baldur's Gate is no longer. It's just a big city again. Oh god, this is like
Oh, shit.
This is like
Your
1,000 years later.
your first mistake is thinking that ambition dies.
Yeah, we know what happens. We've expanded the ambition timeline.
Death is a mirror.
The ambitioverse.
The ambition.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
it's no longer
Yeah.
the YT verse. It's the ambitionverse.
I can't even play this character anymore.
No. I had to nerf it
It's-
for our
it's-
level 20 one shot.
You had to nerf it for the level 21 shot. Like, you can't do that. How do you play this character?
Oh my
It's
God.
literally the character's retired. The character's retired unless something goes.
It's an NPC now. It's just an NPC.
This is a
now.
full NPC. Like,
It's a CR 26 NPC.
Oh, he's an NPC, all right.
Look at this.
Uh-oh.
Look at this party. Oh, those are so cool. And just, oh fuck yeah! Oh, get it!
I love how one gets murked by two like imps.
Yeah, one
They
mind
eventually-
flayer gets murked by a bunch of imps after just tearing out the brain of like what is that? Like a horn devil?
Cambion.
might be a
That's a
Cambion,
Cambion?
yeah. Cambions are hard, dude. Cambion's a fucking pretty high CR creature.
We'll deal with the gate.
We have to kill the Cambion. Because it drops like a fucking awesome sword. Wait, do either of us use swords? Do either of us use long swords? You do. You're a fighter.
I do.
Okay, let's get that fucking flaming longsword. We gotta be careful about this. Okay, let's kill these imps first. Oh, I'm playing Shadowheart. Okay,
I'm pretty sure he's got resistance to non-magical too. So we really need to bank on that Illithid doing his job.
well, that's the thing, is we're gonna let the Illithid just fuck it up as best as we can, but we do want the Illithid to die, because it's gonna turn on us
If he dies, well, it only turns on us if there's no other enemies. If there are still like, if the last three that spawned by the transponder are around when we kill him, he won't.
Oh, I don't remember the Hellsboar.
We need to get out of here.
No, it's kind of new.
Okay, I'm gonna dip away from this situation.
That's a
Oh, no,
hellhound, man.
I still get that attack of opportunity.
Yeah, no leaping away from attack of opportunities anymore. Remember when that was a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta use disengage now like a normal person.
It's disengaged. Yeah.
You
yeah.
cheesy cheeserton.
Oh, the game was so cheesy back in the day. Like you just
Oh yeah. Remember how like OP it used to be just to dip your weapons, just cast a little fireball to the ground, dip
I
in
just
fire, and
crit
like
an
cool.
imp. That was rad.
Fuck yeah, dude.
All right, it's time for me to get in there,
And I just threw that thing off balance.
and
Failed its
that's it
saving throw.
because you moved ahead of me. It's all right.
Okay.
We don't.
We don't fuck around here.
Yeah, we don't need to be in melee range to do work.
Alright. Alright, let's go. Yeah, that champion has 135 hit points.
Holy shit.
Question. You know what the real question is though? Is in reference to it, can be on my nuts?
Oh,
Question mark.
Good. Good. Excellent.
oh, got his ass.
Fucking magic.
Very well.
Alright, Aoife.
I'm a wordsmith, man.
Alright, I'm not gonna draw aggro, but I'm gonna start shooting this Cambion.
Sometimes I just smith words. Hold on, I should be able to take a shot from this range, but at disadvantage. This is not D&D accurate.
Make way.
Demand a
Bullshit.
refund. After waiting for this game to come out for 3 years. Hold on.
Has it
let's,
been 3 fucking years?
I mean, it's gonna come out in 2023. It came out in October of 2020, so yeah,
Oh my
it's
God.
been on the burner for a little while.
It's been a minute.
But I'm okay, you know, as long as it comes out good.
No.
There's a bunch of stuff you probably don't know about. You know, we need supplies to long rest now, right?
I know you need supplies to heal on a long rest. I remember that.
And to get back some of the stuff that you get back. Like, you might not get back all your spell slots if you don't have full
Oh my
supplies.
God, that's terrifying.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. So make sure you pick up any pickles or sausages you find on the ground.
Oh, Shadowheart crit her guiding bolt.
Nice with a guiding bolt. Thank Christ, because that's like one of the only things that can actually do full damage to him.
I must take the transponder.
I wonder if that's actually a ticking time bomb. Still missed.
40%.
On my way.
Get absolutely bent.
Time.
And that's all of my...
Make
Yeah.
way.
Alright, I'm gonna bring Lae'zel into melee range with this thing. I love that that Mind Blast didn't hit us. Oh my God,
Yeah.
that was scary. Another guiding
Well, I'm
bolt.
pretty sure
Another
Mind Blast-
crit! She crit
That
again!
is-
Oh my
Crazy.
God!
Pretty sure Mind Blast designates that you can do it to friendlies, or you can target enemies within.
Okay.
Like, you don't have to hit enemies. I'm gonna hit the Mind Flayer a little bit because honestly, he's doing a little too well and he's gonna turn on us. So he needs to be
He's
curbed.
doing a little too well.
Yeah, he needs to feel my wrath.
Yeah, I'm gonna... Yeah, Lae'zel would do it.
Oh, it's alright. Next turn we got him as long as this fucking thing hits its Mind Blast. It's a Jimmy Neutron Brain Blast.
I think we should have one of them moving towards the thing. Do I have Action Surge? Action Surge is
Then
level
you.
2, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, you're a ranger.
Well, no.
Oh,
I'm running.
Lae'zel.
I'm running all the
Right, right,
NPCs.
right.
I can fix that if there's someone you want to run.
What's up? It's up to you. I don't really care.
All right, you should get over to the transponder so we don't have to deal with this thing.
Me? Why don't you send your ass? You're the one with the bow. You can do
You're
it from
closer.
there. You want me to take an attack of opportunity from this guy at level 1?
Okay, I'll send Shadowheart because she's out of spell slots and basically useless.
Exactly. She's a level 1 cleric. She doesn't come online yet. What do you got? Look at you.
Hey, she crit
Commander's.
with she crit with both her spell slots.
Hold on, let me just.
Oh my
See?
god.
What'd I tell you? What'd I tell you?
Got his ass.
Oh my god. That
Ganked.
was fun.
Caught my ass schlipping, as the kids say. Could you maybe. No, don't help action me or anything. That's fine.
I don't know if she can without provoking an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, he's already used it this turn. What are you talking about?
Oh.
Literally,
Okay.
you just used it to whoop my ass.
Yeah. Okay. Shadowheart's gonna. Oh no, out of spell slots. Okay.
Cool.
She's fine. She can
Help
just come over
action.
and help you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cutscene.
I gotta play a fucking Gloomstalker.
I banned Gloomstalkers in my games.
Oh
Can
shit.
I,
Damn, okay.
There's some games that I can imagine them being okay, but
But like Underdark, no, too much.
in most campaigns where you spend a significant amount of time indoors, just no. They just
Can
disappear, get like 3 attacks at level 5, and like it's just horrible.
Oh, you'd hate my candy guy.
Yeah.
I'd rather take that over his Thimble Nimble Grimble Bimble.
Thimble Nimble Grimble
Nimble
Bimble
Bimble
is a
God
broken
damn.
character.
Okay, I'm gonna start clearing out these imps. Wow, I'm just okay.
He's what we in the professional world call bullshit.
Oh, we leveled
He's
up.
actually so as much as a meme it is that he is like a broken character. Thimble doesn't actually get to use a lot of the action economy he's given.
Did you loot him?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's already looted. I
Yeah,
couldn't
are you
select
kidding
him.
me?
Yeah. Okay. Let's move.
I read the program. I knew my assignment, alright?
Alright.
And let it be known that Asher got the last hit.
Makes sense.
Asher was one of my more powerful characters.
Yeah, Asher was pretty rad.
Asher was good as fuck.
Because I could either just like drag out my power for like supportive stuff long way, or I could just in one turn dump all those psychic dice into each attack and just absolutely
Just
wreck your
fucking
I think
Gang.
I think Aoife may have been like the smartest I've ever played a character. I don't know if she was particularly strong. I think she was okay. I think she kind of plateaued a little bit towards the end.
I need to play.
You need to hit
Something
internal.
about-
Oh, there we go.
I need to play it.
Oh, okay. Well, it didn't. You were good.
I need to play another somber game. Like you know how YT had like a thing about his games where they're like
There's just
you know, like,
darkness in it.
not even like there was darkness in it, but
Oh
he
my
had
God.
like a grittiness and a realness to it. Like, you know? Like there's like it's not like a lack of comedy, but like a not even like a grittiness and a realness. Legitimately that like I don't even know how to describe it, you know? It's not like it's not
It just felt
necessarily
real?
like it's not even that it felt real. Like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it.
Games were good.
It's,
I
it,
really
it's like you know what it is. It's a different style of DMing, and first off, I love both of your guys' styles DMing. This shouldn't be like a oh I need to play a different type of game. It's literally just like there was something about the style that he put into it that was like
he's the best DM that I've ever played with. He's incredible. And I think that
He's
what it
exactly-
was is that he was very like focused on making it feel that way. He was very focused on like understanding how the world worked. I knew quote unquote some better role players. I've known some quote unquote like more like into the writing side of things, but he had the full package to such a powerful degree that he was able to create that living, breathing world better than anybody I've ever known.
And now he's gone.
Do you think
He,
that
he was in the middle of crafting a homebrew world too.
yeah.
Yeah, completely MIA.
What were you gonna
So,
say?
Do you think there's a chance?
That he comes
uh,
back?
Yeah.
I
according
mean, I always
to
hold out hope. But for the most part, I just hope he's doing all right.
I hope he's okay.
Oh, I didn't have an action, so I didn't think I had to end turn. My bad. I'm just been sitting here.
Okay, he's still murking the boars. We got another Cambion.
We want to turn around and fight them for experience. We can use the Squiddy. No, I'm kidding. He's like half dead.
Yeah,
This is a terrible idea. Just
let's get Shadowheart to finish this.
wait! Don't touch it yet.
Oh, what do we need?
See if you can kill the imp first.
Oh, the imp.
Then
Okay.
touch it. Yeah,
Oh, we got 2 Cambions.
that's fine. Everything's fine.
Bye.
Forward, Istik, before more dragons come.
Stick.
The helm's entrance
Can I fit his stick in your mouth?
in time.
Yeah,
got his ass.
it was a good one. I'd know how to do this probably too.
Yeah. Hello,
man.
little guy.
Hey, look, I know I have a normal nose, but I'm one of you. I promise. Ah! And just a mild burn on my face. That's how Asher would have came out.
Yeah,
for
you
that
have
one.
1 hit point. Bonk.
Actually, yeah, breath attack right there would have absolutely just
Just dead.
instant
Just
incineration,
dead.
Yeah. Dead with like no way to revivify too. That's the worst part. Do you know what that reminds me of,
What?
Scott?
Yeah. What?
Eldith, who got disintegrated.
Pardon? What'd you say?
I said, you know what that reminds me of? Eldith, who got disintegrated
Oh my god. Fucking ganked.
by a lightning bolt. Yeah.
my man was turned to ash.
I hope I get to play with y'all again. I really do. I like playing and I miss Sadie.
You should show back up. Legitimately, it's gonna be great.
He's got the next 4 weeks off. It's just after that he's got a stretch of like 5 weeks where we might have to. I was gonna bring up the idea. I just haven't sent a message yet. We might have to. See, I was gonna see if maybe we'd be okay with for that stretch of time starting like a half hour to maybe an hour earlier if we can, and just like move the time frame back an hour.
I could do whatever time on Sunday, so long as it's not like 9 p.m.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just like go in, and then there's like a dead week, and then there's 2 weeks after that where I'm in shows that start at 2:30, and they're shows, so I probably have to be there like 2 hours early, and I want to be there like 3 hours early because I do my shit, yeah, I'd like to come back in. I think Sadie might be my favorite. Like, I don't think it's my most well-written character, but I think it's my favorite character that I've written. She's fun.
I'm gonna say you'd be great almost if you showed up next week because you're about to. There's 2 characters that Sadie's already.
I can show up
for.
this Sunday if I talk to Ashley. I have to talk to Ashley about it, but I'm pretty sure I can show up this weekend.
There's 2 characters Sadie met before that you guys that are just like are literally about to like dip out as everyone spreads out to go handle things in different corners of the world.
I love how they've changed this character's hairstyle like 3 or 4 times. They can't decide.
Oh yeah, what they want from this drow.
Yeah. I think this this game has been in early access for 3 years, but I'm still giving it props because I think that it's captured something really special. I think
No, it has.
Yeah, like I think that it really has that Forgotten Realm vibe.
I just want to play it all.
What are you? I don't know what you want.
You're dead, by the way. There's no way you survive this.
Well, except for that.
Unless you like,
Unless you
I
like
guess you could just
magically
dimension
levitate.
door.
Who cast Featherfall on me? Ah, yeah. In the light, that's more Aoife's Shade. Okay, I need to go to the bathroom real quick, so I'm going to pause things. I will be
All
right back.
things or
Just all things. Like, you guys can chat for a bit, but just don't move.
So true.
streams off, right? He doesn't answer. Just walks
He
away.
didn't answer. He didn't
All right.
answer. We have no idea. This is the time for us to say slanderous shit about the. I'm watching the stream, but it doesn't. It doesn't. No, he's just. It's fully on. The stream is fully on.
By the way, Aki and Domo, both kind of like told me that they kind of figured out a little something. Have you figured out anything about any major characters you may have met, perhaps
Like
pertaining to past games?
what? Like if my character has met major characters in past games.
Oh yeah, like Out of the Abyss. Maybe not your character, but you as a player. Is there anyone who maybe might be connected to someone you may have experienced before?
Anyone that might be okay. So my character has dealt with a demonic incursion before.
Uh-huh.
In like the sense as like he had been turned into candy and was thus completely useless at it, and he feels a lot of guilt about that. So I think he knows a lot about demons, but I don't think he knows like anything.
No. Hold on. I think you're mishearing me. Have you noticed anything about any of the major like friendly characters that you've met? I'm saying as you as a character may have experienced.
I'm completely lost.
Alright,
What?
I'm back.
All right. Do you get the? Do you know? Have you figured out the what it's not really a twist, but the twist I guess with Lazier.
The twist with Lazier. I mean, I figured that he was related somehow to uh, the DIA people, but I don't. I hadn't figured it out yet.
DIA. Why would he be related to them?
Not fucking not DIA. You know the campaign. I fucking Storm King's Thunder.
Storm King's Thunder.
I definitely know as he's related to that, but I haven't figured out what the relationship is.
What are we talking about?
You want me to tell
Largely,
you?
yes, absolutely. Because I know I should recognize it, and I know like it's literally the only reason that I haven't recognized it is because my creative juices are all in work right now.
No, I got you. Aki and Domo have already figured out. So as long as someone's figured it out, I figured it. You would have heard it too. Lazier is Lailir's dad. He's
Is
a
he?
runaway
Oh.
Knight. He's a runaway Githyanki Knight.
Fuck, dude.
Holy shit.
And eventually I had to leave a family behind on the surface. He mentioned that once.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn, you're right. You did mention that once.
Radical.
And then they have the same family name as his first name.
Vralier, Lailier, Lazier.
Yes, because in my lore, Gith names have a lot. And I'm not gonna lie, your guys are very close to getting to a part where you see a lot of effects from SKT, like kind of like the giant.
The giant
War.
incursion stuff.
Yeah, making kind of like
Yeah.
because there are actually like there's two factions of stone giants down here.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Same ones that bodied Waterdeep.
Same ones that fucking bodied Waterdeep, dude.
They came from below, so
Do you remember when fucking YT just dropped that shit on us? Like, yeah.
but they just dropped the city. in the
Waterdeep
water.
is
Waterdeep is
the
is
largest
rubble.
city. The largest city in this world is a
Oopsie.
crater.
Fucking crater.
For those two of you in chat, YT, one of the greatest DMs I've ever played with. We played Storm King's Thunder, and as part of the campaign, stone giants like dug a hole under Waterdeep and just dropped it into the ground.
Dropped it.
Just
If you know anything about Faerun, the underneath is built like Swiss cheese. Like you, not a lot
Because
of support.
of the Underdark, yeah. Okay, so I've leveled up.
So have I. I am level 2.
It says you haven't.
You've gained enough experience to level up. Oh, well,
Yeah,
I
you,
guess I
s-
technically haven't.
yeah, you have to like select your things.
Except I have no selections, so I just hit accept. Congrats.
Yeah, you just get shit. You're a fighter.
You just get shit. You're a fighter. Oh my god.
Who moaning? Is that you?
Big
Oh,
dub for the
literally,
fighters.
literally
Are we
on the
leaving?
ground over
Are we
here.
just leaving Shadow Art?
Literally on the ground over here. Should I kick her?
What would Latelier do?
Probably just wake her up.
Yeah, Aoife would just like kind of slap her face and just be like, "Hey, wake up."
You're alive. I'm alive.
Lalier's kind of like, "We're all alive."
I was hoping you might know
Are
that.
we alive?
I remember the ship. I remember
You
falling.
can steal his, whatever
Nothing.
the chick's name's armor.
Oh yeah, we still need our armor.
First things first. We need supplies, shelter, and most of all, a healer.
Hot.
We might have escaped, but we still have
Thank
these
you, Claire.
little monsters in our heads.
I forgot as like a game tidbit, because of my original name. I'm technically Lazel's cousin. Papa like, oh, what up, cuzzo?
Oh my
What
god.
up, Cuzzo?
What happened to our gift
You
friend?
might want to reconsider calling her a friend. Looks like she ran off without us.
You do know I'm half kid.
Yeah, Skin, hello?
No, I don't recognize this place. But anything's an improvement on where we just
I
came
really
from.
love that, like in early builds of this game,
We need each other.
she was just
And we
so
both know what's
horrible
at
and
stake.
just like so mean and just
they needed to
unlikable
tone
that they
her
needed to
down.
rewrite her to be friendlier. Which is kind of weird because she is a cleric of fucking Shar. But
So
like,
it made sense.
I think you can play Shar clerics as like more like just close to the vest than just outright malicious, which I think is what they do.
Oh, bet.
Oh yeah, we have to level her up. How do I? Oh, you control
mean,
her.
Yeah, there's no choices. It's just what spells do I want to prepare? We don't need great water. Give me that shield of faith. Let's put on cure wounds because apparently every cleric needs to have cure wounds and healing word on them. So says Scott Naki.
This is correct.
Apparently, I
actually.
sabotaged
This
them because
motherfucker. This
he
motherfucker.
has two characters that are their party has two you know, what do you call, like, companion characters?
Support NPCs.
All right, yeah, support NPCs. That literally are their support NPCs: a druid and a cleric. The druid has healing word and cure wounds. The cleric has aura of vitality and prayer of healing. I thought I was giving a very wide, nice, mixed bag of things for you to use,
No.
but he's like,
Cure
Aura
wounds
Vitality
is
is-
Cure wounds is a terrible spell.
"Thank."
This
Okay, well,
motherfucker,
we
this
disagree
motherfucker
there.
sits here and says, "No, I did nothing wrong." After giving us like explicitly saying, like, "Yeah, this cleric will come with you guys," and then we get control of the cleric, and the cleric knows next to no healing spells
She
aside from the
has-
one third level one. Like, shut up.
Aura of Vitality is a
Aura of
great
Vitality.
healing
Okay,
spell.
okay,
W.
no. Oh, here's the thing. Any healing that you do, especially at higher levels, is fucking worthless except for getting you up. Because like a cure wounds is what? That's a D8. That's a D8, right?
For each level you spend on it, yeah.
Completely
For each level. For each level you spend on it. So like,
You have to burn a 6th level spell slot for a cure. Well, at that point, just use heal.
Well, even at higher levels, like let's say you get 4 D8 on that. That's like what? That's an average of 16. So you get 16 hit points back with a that's a 4th level spell slot, right? Yeah, that's a 4th level spell slot. So with a 4th level cure wounds, you get an average of 16 hit points back, but at that level, it's very common for things to just hit you for like 23, like on average. And so like you're going down again no matter what. We saw that a lot in Storm King's Thunder. So the important thing is that the bonus action healing word to pick you up and the aura of vitality to make you more ready to handle any crisis. Cure Wounds is fine, but it takes an action, doesn't do, like, mathematically doesn't do that much more. It just, it's just, like, yeah. I wouldn't give him shit for Cure Wounds. I wouldn't give him shit for not giving her Cure Wounds. I never run Cure Wounds. The only character I run Cure Wounds on is my Wildfire Druid, because they get Cure Wounds as just a constantly prepared spell, and I never use it.
Yeah, I gotta play fucking Wildfire Druid too. That's another subclass that I wanted to play.
Oh, it's so rad. I'm using like a slightly homebrewed tweaked version because the Unearthed Arcana gave them Fireball, but then the released version took that away from them, which
Yeah,
is
that
the
was piss poor. That was
dumbest
a bad
thing.
decision.
Instead, Agazar's Scorcher. The fuck?
Yeah, fuck you.
Who uses Agnazar's Scorcher?
Did that actually is what they replaced it with?
No, it's a second level spell.
Oh, okay.
What's the what's the Ray of Fire where you get 3 of them? What's that called?
Oh,
Again?
Scorching Ray.
Scorching Ray, yeah. Just use Scorching Ray. Like, I don't know. But my Wildfire Druid is from Ravnica, and her whole deal is she's Celestia, and she went and fought a sentient fire elemental, kind of like Megara, like one of those, but couldn't beat it, and so she did a ritual to contain it within herself. And so that's her wildfire companion, is just like a world-eating fire. Like,
That's pretty sick.
Right.
yeah,
There you go.
she's fun.
I passed you the cleric.
Thank you. Oh, can I have her follow me? Can I link?
She should. I mean, as long as you drag the portraits next to each other,
Yeah,
they should
there we
link.
go. Okay.
Alright, what now?
Yeah. I have another character idea I really want to use, but I need to be light on new campaigns because I've just got so much running right now, and I want to rejoin yours. But like, I have this idea for one that's not a person. It's a sentient, artifact weapon that possesses whoever holds it. And it's just basically carrying around the corpse of like a hero.
Just play a hexblade and then be your
Yeah,
own
what it
fucking-
is it's a hexblade. It's a hexblade paladin.
Oh, a hexadin. Okay.
Mhm.
All right, Mister. I want to talk about Gloomstalkers and broken classes and multi-classes. And he says he wants to be a hexadin. What do you know what's next? A Sorlock?
I have a Sorlock too. A broken character to me is fine as long as it doesn't like meaningfully destroy like encounters. If you're doing shit tons of damage, that's fine. I as a DM can plan around that. The problem with Gloomstalkers is the fact that they can just disappear. They basically get Skulker for free.
Him can disappear. Granted, he did take a feat for it.
He did take a feat for it,
Granted.
and I have a lot of trouble with him. Because
Yeah,
you're
you do
really
have a
good.
lot of trouble.
You're really good at that. He also flies now, so
Granted,
Mim does fly now.
Granted, it took a hasted action, but Scott's character Thimble was able to drop, I think, like 90 damage in a single turn
yeah.
by putting
Brendan,
over 2 turns by putting inflict wounds into both of his blades and
To inflict wounds. Well, I missed like 3 turns in a row. So it's really like all of that damage just compounded into 1 turn.
okay, these fuckers do tons of damage. We need to wreck these things. Shit.
Stop getting into combat while I'm all the way in the back. This is a running theme.
Alright, I'll be back in like 2 minutes. I have to go put all my shit upstairs. I'm currently like downstairs in the fucking living room.
Okay. Do you think you could? Is it possible for you to leave the camera on and just mute everything? Because it'll shuffle around the screens if you.
Yeah,
if you close
I'll
it.
stay in the thing.
Okay, thanks, man. And that's it for me. Oh no, I have a flourish. There we go. But yeah, like Gloomstalkers just kind of have the ability to just trivialize not only combat, but social and like exploration things. Um, like I don't ban a lot of classes. I don't. Usually what I do is I nerf them. And I'll let Gloomstalkers happen if I can find a way to nerf them without removing all of their abilities, like all of the things that make them Gloomstalkers.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't figured that out yet. Also, when I bring back Sadie, I'm gonna find like a homebrewed subclass that that slaps. I'll run it by you, but I wanna keep up.
Great, another homebrew class.
I won't be too broken. I just want to keep up. I think that Eloquence is already a little broken, but it's for social encounters, and I didn't take into consideration how much of a survival game this is, and like surviving like pits and shit like that.
You would be surprised how much like legit political intrigue and shit there is, though.
Yeah.
Mostly just because
All right,
like,
I
right
gotta
now
get.
they're in the process of trying to get people to just to fucking work together. I guess I'll be there when I get there, guys. Sorry.
Yeah,
Well, you know what?
I'm having her disengage.
Nah,
She's way too close to both these things. She's getting
you're too close, man.
fucking wrecked. I'm gonna throw a shield of faith on you.
Mac Dave or Tute, you know what I'm saying?
I like that they do the verbal components to these spells.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's really
It is cool. It's a nice touch.
yeah. How are these things doing? They're yeah. I can probably handle these things pretty well. There you go. You're welcome.
Shoots the one that already went.
Perhaps our survival isn't such a
I wasn't paying attention to the initiative order. I never do.
You're gonna need to be more of a tactician than that if you want to do well on Sundays. No. Speaking
Well,
of, that's
Sadie-
only it. That's
What?
no. Go ahead.
No, what were you gonna say?
I said that's one. That's like a class that or that's like a character I wanted to do. I wanted to play like I mean, I'd have to do it for human just for the feat at the first level. But I want to play like a tactician character that's basically like battle master fighter.
I saw
With-
literally this subclass, and I think it was an actual class that was literally just like a tactician, and that was the class. And its whole thing
wow.
is about like directing the battlefield and like
That's-
buffs and shit.
Kind of what I was going for, but with I was gonna just use the normal D&D stuff. I was gonna it was just gonna be a battle master with the superior tactics fighting style or superior technique. So that gives you an extra dice and an extra maneuver, and then take the feat as the fight martial adept, which gives you two more, one more dice and two more maneuvers. And literally just like at first level, I got like I think like 6 maneuvers.
Oh my god.
I can just do commander strike, then rally, or then riposte. Like it's insane.
I think what you should do with that is I think you should find a game where there's a free feat. I do that a lot, because I just think it's fun. And D&D 1 is doing that where your background gives you a feat. They're kind of nerfed feats, but like you get certain things. Like I think that like hermits get healer and stuff like that. They nerfed the shit out of alert too. Like it doesn't have the bonus to initiative anymore. It's still
Yikes.
cool, I think. I don't remember. I think it still has you can't be surprised. And I think it gives you advantage on initiative or something like that. I think it gives you advantage on
that's
initiative
good.
instead of like a static bonus, probably to prevent so many broken builds.
Well, to be fair, that's not much of a nerf because I think on average, having advantage on a roll or a D20 roll is about the statistical equivalent of having a +4.
Let's ask Scott when he gets back. I think it's actually a +2. I don't think it's
Really?
that impressive. I read it somewhere and I'm pretty sure it was a +2. But I may be thinking of like a damage thing. like because I think that's what it was because the difference between a D4 and a D8 is average of 2 I think. Let's ask Scott when he gets back. Gale's over here, correct? You know, like he just kind of shows up and pops out of this. There he is.
Yep.
I love him.
You're
I
alive.
feel like he'd react well to this.
That's unexpected.
Like, what's
Last
up? I do that all the
saw you,
time.
You were lying in a crucible's worth of blood. An intellect devourer nibbling at your
Gale encouraged me
Glad to see
to
my eyes deceive
be
me.
more interesting with
Gale.
my wizards.
Well met.
Like, I think I think that he's. I don't know. I think it made me better able to play wizards as something other than just an egghead.
Which is funny because the way he plays, almost comes off more as a sorcerer,
Yeah.
doesn't he?
Yeah, he
Just 'cause
does.
he's a little.
Well, like he's book smart and he like studies and stuff like that, but his big deal is like he's got like what, a ticking time bomb in him, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know much else
He has
about his
to absorb.
backstory.
He fell in love with Mistra. Legitimately, apparently. This is a story he weaves. Now,
Yeah.
how much you take seriously of it is up to you. But he fell in love with Mistra, and I guess he was actually like fell within favor of the god of magic, and then just kind of eventually fell out of it. I forget what he did, but he did something. Like he tried to do something grand to like get her attention again. And it backfired, and now he's got this condition where if he doesn't absorb powerful weave, he will explode like a nuke and just take whatever chunk of land is with him. Which is why periodically through the story, I think you have to sacrifice. Like you could choose which ones you want to, but you'll have to sacrifice magic items to him to just absorb
Their
as you
essence.
go. Yeah,
What the fuck is this backstory?
that's
It's
the
this guy.
wizard here. He fell in love with the goddess of magic, Mistra, and then fell out of favor with her, and then I think you heard the rest.
That's fucked.
And, she has,
Like,
and he has to like eat magic items or he blows up.
Yep.
I hate the gods.
In fact, the first time you kill him, or the first time he gets killed, like if he dies outright,
It's so funny.
where
I love
you
that.
get like a magic like
hologram.
illusion that's like, hello, if you're seeing this, that means I'm dead, and if you don't want to be dead with me, you need to fucking revive me. Now,
Please
in
follow
mind, he
these
gives you the
instructions.
He gives you instructions on like where in his pouch like a secret compartment is. You have to follow him in the chat command to like find. He's got a revivify scroll, and then you cast it.
Well, like
It's
it's something
fun.
weird. Like you have to reach in his pocket, pull the red wire. When you pull the red wire, a mephit shows up, and you have to
You're
address
right.
this mephit by its name, and its name is like Schmoodleboop. And then you ask the mephit, like, why does the raven fly at midnight? And then the mephit will give you a scroll, but then you have to cast it on my feet or something like that. And you have to like, he tells you all this really quickly, and you have to like pick the options for the steps.
Like go through each step in the chat options.
And it's like Schmoodleboop, Boodle Schmoop, Schmoodle Goop, and like just
Yeah.
like really hard. It's amazing.
Or you could just use one of the revivify scrolls you have yourself, and
And just pick him up.
yeah.
Traumatizing
No, but why would you? That's just so much more interesting.
You still got like poo poo on your face.
Nautilus are incredibly rare vessels, a mind flayer colony's most guarded secret, and a gift pack's greatest prize.
Tattoo on his chest.
Not to mention,
Not
Does he have like a
impressed.
sun tattoo on his chest? He does.
you're no wizard, are you?
That's an
Or is that just-
interesting. No, I think that's like. Is that veins? Like I'm sure.
There's
Like
no way.
maybe he has like right here like some sort of like wound or something.
I don't know. Strip him when he's part
Yeah,
of the
let's
party.
let's do that. Let's do that. No, I'm no wizard. Oh, Scott. You're the math guy.
Primary need now is a
How much of a
I take it you recall the
like
insertion of the parasite.
plus bonus is equivalent
Does having
to
advantage?
does
equip
having
him to-
advantage is it having advantage equivalent to?
I've heard that.
It's difficult to directly correlate that, but it'll shift the average up by like +4 or +4.5, I think.
Okay, you were right.
I did tell him that's exactly what I read.
I
is
thought
it's-
it.
it's
Yeah.
about equivalent to a +4 bonus, just statistically.
Okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
it-
Guys, However, having a static +4 just is better in a certain way because if the threshold, like if you just barely need to hit, you know what I mean?
Mm.
Like the
Yeah.
+4, because you'll never get, if you're rolling with advantage on a d20 with no bonus, you'll never be able to hit a 22, no matter how much of a +4.
The voices you heard, the
You know what I'm
visions
Yep.
you
saying?
saw,
Yeah.
they were all
Yep.
real, as were the parasites.
Yeah.
After a
Yeah,
period of
it has a bigger fall off for higher threshold
the
things,
players.
but
Mm-hmm.
assuming like a threshold you can get is like roughly equivalent to a +4 or a +5,
I assume you're no accomplished healer either.
maybe
Well,
4.
But I see why that would be better for initiative then, because initiative it just you makes your highest like
Yep.
+5 alert. Yeah, because apparently they nerfed alert is what was telling me.
yeah, I was talking about alert. They nerf. I don't know if it was really a nerf because it's still a good feat from what I remember reading. It's just no longer like you must take this if you want to make a fast roguey build. Like it's no longer like a must for certain builds. It just is more thematically appropriate. Like, will this cancel the stream if I look this up? Will this like fuck with the stream? No, it doesn't. Okay. Yeah, like
We've been barely playing this game.
that's fine. That's what stream's for.
Yeah.
I cast
Just kind of
nonplussed redhead at max level.
I love how
Yeah,
you can
that's
just
it.
see me in
That's
the
it, Greg.
background just standing there. That's literally me like, these are some nice flowers.
Yeah,
Look at
yeah.
all
What
that-
is he looking at? Like,
Look at all that brain meat.
okay, I gotta go with the D&D 1 play test. I hope this is interesting and something we actually want to talk about.
It's supposed to be like, I heard it's completely backwards compatible with all the rules we have for 5e pretty much.
Like the things that it changes are relatively minor, and like what it reads like is it's like it's incorporating a whole bunch of house rules that people have. Like that's really what it seems
Cool.
like.
I do like that.
Well, like,
considering you could just not use them, it's not bad to have them there, I guess.
you know what? I'm going to put this up on screen and we're going to discuss this for a bit. Is that okay with you?
Yeah,
Okay.
I haven't even looked at the D&D 1 yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a window capture of this, and we're gonna
Go over it for a second.
Oh, thank you, Regan, for the posture check, and I need to get a drink. Everybody get a drink. Yeah.
Posture check.
Yeah, just make
You know
sure
what?
that you're not leaning.
I'm gonna take you up on that, and I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick.
I just found out that my sister has mac and cheese in the fridge that I'm going to fucking destroy later.
Yo, she macking on my cheese.
Macking on that cheese. Okay, posture check and drink. Regan, we're about to go over the new D&D rules, like the D&D 5e, D&D 1 thing that came out. I don't know if you've seen that yet. It's gonna be fun. All right. Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, here we are. Let me just do this and this and like, okay. All right, so character origins, and this is a lot of like player's handbook stuff. Like it just looks like it reads like a lot of player handbook stuff. Like these are the race options, these are character backgrounds, this is what a language is. So stuff like that. The player's handbook 2.0 has a human in it, and the human has been fixed because the regular human is kind of garbage. And what they get now is whenever they finish a long rest, they get inspiration. And they have proficiency in a skill of their choice, and they gain the skilled feat or another first level feat of your choice. Oh, that was a siren. Okay. Ardlings are in here. Where, wait, am I still here, or are you guys just listening? Oh, I think they're just listening. Okay. Yeah, Scott's still gone. I don't know where. Oh, I think they're still
Fuck,
getting
my bad.
drinks. No, you're all
I
right.
just no. My mic was muted.
Oh, okay.
I was like, this is actually kind of based.
Yeah, I like this. It does seem like from what I've read, there's a lot of like, it's more inspiration heavy, and there's more like ways to get it, which I'm not sure if I like
Mm,
because I really like the idea of like the DM awarding it. And if you're a human and you get inspiration whenever you finish a long rest, that's basically you have one free inspiration a day. Um, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I might homebrew something like equally cool, but I don't know how I feel about that. But like, I like the default of the skilled feat for like new players, but also the like variant human first level feat of your choice. Like feats have levels too. That's another thing, but we'll get to that. Um, there are
that's pretty sick.
yeah. There are Ardlings, who are supernal beings who are either born in the upper planes or have one or more ancestors who origin there. I think this is the new Asimar.
No,
Um,
they have animal heads.
oh yeah, they do. They're like weird. They're like weird animal head people. Um, and there are three celestial legacies, exalted ones. They're from Arborea, um, or Eastgard, or the Beastlands. Their celestial ancestors are heroic companions of the chaotic good planes. Heavenly ones, Arcadia, Mount Celestia, Bitopia. I want to visit Bitopia. That sounds fun. Um, and they are lawful good, and the idyllic ones are Beastlands, Bitopia, and Elysium. They're more neutral good, and Paragons of Kindness. What do they get? They get Flight as a bonus action, um, and you can use it a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus. You move. Okay, so it's not flight. You just kind of move a number of feet equal to your speed. Um,
Got it. Temp flight.
I wonder if you
And
can
then you
change.
fall.
Yeah, and then you fall. Like you glide. You get a celestial legacy, which I'm skimming this. Oh yeah, you get like cantrips at various levels. Like if you're
Oh,
exalted,
spells.
yeah, like if you're exalted, you're a cat, an eagle, a goat, or a mule, and you get thaumaturgy, then divine favor, then lesser restoration, heavenly,
Healing.
yeah, idyllic, bear, dog, raven, toad, elephant, owl, pig, stork. Uh, they're basically like Anubis, Horus, other Egyptian gods, in that they're human bodies with big old animal heads. Whereas I like to think of them the sports mascot species. Oh my
Fuck,
god!
that's good.
I want. Oh, I just came up with a character. It's a character who is a sports mascot, but he's cursed and he became the costume. He's
Oh
literally
man,
like an accidental furry. Oh
that's
my
pretty
god,
good.
I'm using that. That's gonna be my thing. And they have resistance to radiant damage. Okay. Seems a little weak compared to the human, but very thematic and fun. And especially if you chain those spells. Um, hold on.
Healing word at level 3 is pretty good. Like being able to cast that as like a wizard or something.
And just having it.
Yeah,
Do you just get it once, or does it? Yeah, you can cast that spell using any spell slots you have. That's cool.
yeah,
That's good.
that's pretty cool. I do like that.
And I love this. They've been doing this more in Tasha's, where I'm gonna move it a little bit. They've been doing this more in Tasha's, where you get to choose what spellcasting ability you get, which is just I feel like it should have been done. Okay, I'm gonna call my girlfriend real quick because she's going to bed, and I want to say goodnight.
Sounds good. Very cute.
All right, sorry about that. You still here?
Yes.
Awesome. Dragonborn. What do they got? Draconic ancestry. You choose that. It's all the same. It's the new Dragonborn stuff where you can, as an action. Wait, that's not the new one. Isn't the new one a bonus action, or it can replace an attack? Yeah.
1d10 plus character level.
Oh my god.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That's that's interesting scaling. I don't know if any other things do that. I think no, the healing of
Awesome.
the healing of the Aasimar and the healing of the Celestial Warlock do that. But for damage, that's interesting, and that powers that up. It literally makes it scale. Um. Man.
Equal to your proficiency bonus. Yeah, that's fucking powerful.
Um. I don't know if I don't know if that's better than like it's scaling a little bit. I think it like goes up to like a 2d10 and a 3d10, but you can use it to replace an attack. Like
This is pretty.
that's good.
Is,
That's a good replacement.
yeah.
I'm just trying to weigh in my head like which one I'd use.
I definitely prefer the 4d10 as a attack or whatever, or
Yeah.
like 3d10
Yeah.
as an attack or whatever.
Well, it just sounds
But that's
cooler
just
to me
personal
because
preference.
it's like I imagine like a dragonborn with like his big fuck off mace and he just like freaks like you've seen The Witcher, right?
I have, yeah.
Like that first fight where he just like uses art and just boom like blasts them back and then he fucks them up. I like that idea of a dragonborn just boom setting them all aflame and then cutting them down like that really quick kind of thing. As opposed
Pretty
to
fucking
all
cool.
right, I'm gonna take a deep breath and fuck you all up. Both are cool, and I guess that's why I'd probably allow people to choose like what they get, because I feel like those are pretty equivalent in terms of that. You can use a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus. Get them back on a long rest. Damage resistance, dark vision, draconic.
Oh shit, they're giving him dark vision now.
Oh, they didn't have dark vision?
No, they didn't have it before.
Interesting.
They might have had it in the second iteration, but the first iteration did not have it.
Yeah. Which seems correct to me. I mean, dragons have fucking true sight. You'd think that like
Yeah.
some of that would have like trickled down true
Yeah.
sight.
Trickle down true cytonomics.
True cytonomics. All right, dwarves, dark vision, dwarven resilience, same thing.
Ooh, shit.
What?
Hit points, extra hit
Am I
points.
interrupting?
Oh,
No, you're
damn.
good.
Yeah, they basically get like half the tough feat. Interesting.
Pretty cool.
My apologies, gentlemen. There was a little there's a little bit of an accident that went down and still needs some attention downstairs. A bowl was broken, and for the court, I will say that it is the cereal kind,
Okay.
Okay.
not the cereal kind.
Not the prayer
Um,
kind.
Yeah, no. See, I was in the bathroom and I was praying, and what had happened
Naturally.
is the praying had got me coughing. So then I started praying a little more because to exercise the demon.
Yeah.
And then I heard a shatter downstairs. I gotta go scrape resin. I mean, what? I'll be right back.
Prayer
Well,
resin. Prayer resin.
I might not be right back.
Produced
It's
produced by
frankincense.
the most devout.
Yeah, it's frankincense and myrrh.
It's when you pray so hard you come. Anyway, yes. I guess we can continue with this while he's gone.
Extra tool
Forge-wise,
proficiency.
extra tool proficiencies.
Tremor sense.
60 feet of tremor sense
Fuck yeah, dude.
as
10
a
minutes
bonus
of
action.
Tremor sense.
You can toff. You can fucking toff. Oh my god.
Only on stone.
Only on stone. Okay, natural or worked. That's basically any building. Basically any
That's
dungeon.
pretty fucking cool. That is pretty fucking cool.
As long as you're not basically as long as you're not on a boat or like pure grassland, but even then like dirt is composed of like a lot of rocks.
Yo, man,
basically.
my dwarf senses are tingling.
Dwarf senses, yeah. This might actually make me play a dwarf. I've never played
That's
a dwarf.
pretty cool.
No, I played one. I played a Dwergar rune knight because I was min maxing and wanted to get him to be huge at level 10.
Beef.
Just beef because he can cast enlarge on himself and then
Oh, yeah,
do the
hell yeah.
giant thing. On that note, I feel like Ashby is cursed. I think she's cursed because every time that she's joined a campaign, that campaign has died 2 sessions later.
Man.
At minimum. I think she's cursed.
So it's your fault.
It's my fault. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna
Fuck.
lie, I carried a
Feeling,
little bit of guilt. Um,
I'm feeling Uriel Sonder at this point.
mm,
The character that I never got to play.
mm.
It's okay. We'll join another campaign and play Ashby and Uriel like with blackjack and hookers or
Well, I
something.
was I was telling Brendan this, but something I plan on running on the channel eventually is Candlekeep Mysteries. But the concept is I'm going to run them all as one campaign, with some that I don't like and some ones I've already run on the channel being replaced by other one shots. Um, and the idea would be that it's going to be kind of like an MCU sort of thing where they're all like an interconnected story. Uh, that's kind of managed by me as a Kevin Feige type thing where I'm like, this is where it's all going. You need to have this cliffhanger, put the Infinity Stones here, kind of stuff, you know. But
Yeah.
like, I'd probably end up running most of them, and me and my friend Ben. But we'd have like rotating casts, some repeating people, but rotating casts and rotating DMs for like each individual adventure. So it feels like one shots, but it's all kind of interconnected. Um, and then like based on the people we use, probably the last one, um, I think I'm gonna use for the like the so Candlekeep Mysteries goes to like level 17 in its in the adventures it has. Um,
Yeah, dude.
but like I kind of want to keep going and go from 17, maybe find something to do between 18 and 19, and then have the final thing be don't save Ekna again. Um, because that campaign slapped, and it has to do with books, kind of. Um,
That motherfucker who busted out the summon
oh
velociraptors.
my god,
That man
uh,
broke the fucking campaign. That was
that
great. That was so
I
funny.
just remember. I wish I had that like recorded. Oh my
That was like
god.
nauseatingly funny. I
Well,
was like
like
choking.
my favorite thing was like I remember there just being silence for a second after that happened.
You summon how many
Okay,
velociraptors?
Scott, can you explain to the two people in chat what that was, just so it's preserved for
So
posterity?
so we were playing Don't Say Vecna, the free one shot that they did. And essentially what happened was there's this boss that
It's
is
a Junji
this
Ito monster.
a full Junji Ito monster with like two separate tentacles, and it does a shit ton of damage. And we were fighting it like as normal, and then the fucking druid pulls up and is like, "Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna break this encounter." And casts fucking conjure woodland beasts. I want to say
Um,
at like eighth level or seventh level.
yeah. Literally
Someone's like
20
Summons like a
velocity.
ball of 20 velociraptors that just mob the entire room. And like by pure statistics, half of the hits on this creature are going to hit. And they're all magical because it's a high level summon druid.
He was a
So
shepherd. He was a shepherd druid, and so I think that meant he got to summon more. His
mhm,
summons
mhm.
were stronger,
They were
and
beefier, they did more damage, and there were more of them. And this motherfucker,
there's literally like
this
20
motherfucker
velocity.
single-handedly broke the encounter. Like it wasn't even close.
Well, like you already beat it down to like almost bloodied, but that meant like
Yeah.
160 hit points or something like that. And then
Yep.
like, and then just like he was like, all right, I cast this, and then these things attack. I'm gonna keep rolling. I'm gonna keep rolling. Okay, and like he rolled for like a good 5 minutes, and then he was like, this is how much damage it did. And like,
It was fucking deranged.
it was so fucking funny. Um, yeah, that was great. I wish we preserved that for posterity. That was amazing. But
Oh.
moral of the story is you and Brendan and basically anybody from the SKT thing except for certain people have a uh, have a an open invitation to that when it comes around, and we'll find a good campaign for you. Like there's campaigns from level 1 to level 17, one shots from level 1 to
I'm
17.
literally, I'm literally always in.
Radical. Yeah, you need to be on the channel. You're a great player and you're awesome. Um, the biggest thing was always that you like. That's kind of why I wanted to run this one shot thing, is because I have a lot of people who want to be on the channel who can only stick around for like one shots. Like they can't commit to long-term campaigns. Um, and so I just think it's like a really good way to like get more people in the clickety clackety packety, and like just kind of expand like what we do here and kind of start delegating some of what I do. I've already started doing that with my friend Ben. He's basically running half the channel. He's going to be running a lot of stuff while I'm in Kinky Boots, and he's just a fantastic DM as well. And he's kind of a assistant executive producer for everything. So yeah, that's really helpful and great. And I want to kind of expand that to where I'm not having to run 3 streams a week, and I can kind of start delegating that, so the channel can be more, do more, and like, you know, be a bigger, funner thing, and also pull in new audiences. But yeah, that's kind of what that's doing. But back to this. Elves, dark vision, the lineages. The different. Okay, so the differences between drow, high elves, and wood elves are a first level benefit of that lineage. Which oh yeah, that's exactly what it
You're
is.
down at the bottom.
Uh, I'm down at the bottom.
No, the lineage differences are down at the
Yeah,
bottom
yeah,
of the page. You can't see them.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll scroll down a bit. Fey Ancestry, that's the same. Keen Senses, the same. Trance is the same. Drow get Better Dark Vision and Dancing Lights, and then Fairy Fire Darkness, that's the same. High Elves get Prestidigitation, and they can replace that cantrip every long rest from the Arcane Spell list. That's another thing we're going to get to, is that they've, like, reclassified, like, spell lists into, like, arcane, arcane, chaotic, and I think it's arcane, chaotic, and holy, essentially, so that like, you know, paladins and clerics get access to the holy spell list. Wizards and artificers get access to the arcane spell list, and then
Sorcerers and
sorcerers
druids
get
get chaos.
the chaos one. No, I think there's also like a nature spell list or something like that. We'll get to that.
Drow no longer have sunlight sensitivity. That's pretty cool.
That's very cool. More drow
Makes
in the
them
universe.
playable.
It makes them playable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most people home rule that anyway. Like, and honestly, I can't imagine that, like, unless you were a drow that spent your entire life in the Underdark, like you never went upstairs, like ever.
Yeah.
Like that'd be a problem for you. But I feel like when you did go upstairs, you'd adapt after like 3 or 4 days. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like it
Like,
just
there's no way that. Yeah.
like I don't know. Like that'd be something that seems more like something you talk about with the DM, like when you're trying to figure that out, and you might make it a part of your character, as opposed to something innate. That, like, it seems innate to make that. It's weird to make that innate. Yeah, wood elves, they get druidcraft. They didn't get druidcraft before. I like that. Druidcraft is underused because no one takes it because it's technically not really good. It's not as good as prestidigitation. It's not as fun as thaumaturgy, but you can, like, you know, make flowers bloom, make a puff of wind, the odor of a skunk, like weird things like that. That's really cool. I like druidcraft a lot. And they get longstrider and pass without trace. Woot woot.
Ooh.
And then descriptions of where these things come from. All right, gnomes. Dark vision 60 feet. Advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws. I want to make it. Was that a thing? Because now I want to make an advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws. Was that a thing
I
originally?
think that was a thing. Yeah.
Why have I never played a gnome paladin? Oh
It's
my
pretty
god.
nuts.
Oh my god, you would never be affected by anything at like level 6. And then gnomish lineages. I like that they're doing kind of lineage things where they kind of consolidate it and they're not like separate races. It's just kind of like you have these things that you can do in your drop down menu. Force gnome, minor illusion, speak with animals. Number of uses equal to proficiency bonus. Long rest. You can also use spell slots to cast a spell. That's kind of like an update to it, I think, where you can use spell slots for it, and it's a proficiency bonus thing instead of like 3 times a day or whatever it was. And,
Rock gnome getting fucked here.
yeah, you get mending and prestidigitation. Oh,
Oh
shit.
no, it's just clip.
No. There's. Oh my god.
It's just clip. We're good. We're
Yeah,
good.
yeah. In addition, you can spend 10 minutes casting prestidigitation to create a tiny clockwork device. I like that it uses prestidigitation to do that. It's a toy, fire starter, and music box. I like that it gives examples for newer players. Casting the spell in this way is 10 gold of raw material. String gears and the like, which you provide during the casting. When you create the device, you determine its function by choosing one effect from prestidigitation. The device produces that effect whenever you or another creature takes a bonus action to touch the device and activate it. That's cool. I think that it was much more limited before, but now it can basically do whatever prestidigitation can, but it comes out of an object instead of like out of your hand. That has a lot of uses. You can literally make a lighter. You could literally make a lighter, just and it creates a fire. You have 3 such devices, and it dismantles itself 8 hours after its creation. Okay, I don't know if I like that, because that's 10 gold. At early levels, that's useless. Unless it's a high gold campaign. Because, like, if you only have it for 1 day, like, it better be something incredibly useful that you need. Or it's like... Or it's, like, not worth the 10 gold. Like, I wouldn't rule it that way. I feel like you could maybe... I don't know, like, you spend like 5 gold to make it last 8 hours and 10 gold and it lasts forever or something like that. Or like just something scaling. Like, am I underestimating that? Like, I just think that that's a little limiting.
I'm a little bit lost on what you're looking at.
All right, is it here? Can you see it? It's this right here. Like it's 10 gold of materials to make one of these things.
That's a little much.
Yeah. I would get that if it was something you
At first level,
like
at least.
yeah, at first level it is, and I would get that if it was something that you kept forever maybe. Or like until it goes away. That's probably what I'd do, because you can only have 3 such devices in existence at a time. So like who's going to do that? Like who's going to dump 30 gold to make 3 things in a day, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That makes sense.
Gotta go. Happy analyzing. Thank you, Graham. Have a good night, man. Okay. And then halflings. Brave, advantage on saving throws, halfling nimbleness. That's true. They still got luck.
Reroll, baby.
All right. What's the most outrageous stuff so far?
Yeah. Why don't you give us a cliff notes, Scott? What do you think is the craziest thing?
They made Drow usable. They've opened up the can of worms that is giving healing word to every potential caster.
Oh.
They've honestly, it's not overall not. It's like not that unbalanced so far.
There's abuse cases I can see, but they're abuse cases,
Yeah.
and in D&D you're always going to have abuse cases.
Gnomes kind of got fucked here a little bit.
Yeah, gnomes are kind of, but yeah, they added ardlings, which are like animal people, like from the heavens, like from various places. I've been wanting that for a while because I've always wanted to like run a campaign in the Beastlands. Like, I would have used this for Witchlight because they're all animal creatures. And like I remember when one of my friends was wanting to play in it, they were going to play a dog person. And there wasn't a race for a dog person, so we were like, okay, I guess we got to mess with the shifter and do that and like right? Like, but now you can be a bear person, dog person, raven person, toad person, elephant person, owl person, pig person, stork person, cat person, eagle person, goat person, mule person.
Wow.
I'm gonna make Bottom from Midsummer Night's Dream, and he's gonna be a mule person. Anyway, yeah, humans get inspiration every time they finish a long rest, and they get to pick a first level feat.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yes.
Feats are now like, I don't know if they're all this way, but there's like a list of first level feats that you can get that are like some of the less broken ones.
So you get more powerful. You can only get the more powerful feats later on.
Like at the regular times you get feats.
Okay.
And I think we'll get to those in a bit. But yeah.
They re-nerfed Dragonborn, so instead of it being 4d10 at level 20, it's 1d10 plus 20.
Yeah, it's
Wait, I'm sorry, what happened?
Okay, so you know how breath weapons they made it in the recent thing where they can use like
Instead
an
of one
attack.
of their attacks?
They can use one of their attacks to do it.
Mm-hmm.
They don't do that anymore. It's an action again. But
Okay.
there's the saving throw, and if they fail, they take 1d10 plus your character level in damage.
Okay.
I still think that's very, you know what, that is very nerfed, because that means you're doing an average of what, like at level 20, that's
Average of 25 versus an average of 20. It's actually similar, but the 4d10
consistency.
has better upside. The 1d10 plus 20 is better consistency,
Oh, it is?
but
Okay.
there's better upside to 4d10. Also, not being able to do it multiple times, like not like being able to trade an attack for it is cringe.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like the being able to trade an attack for it made it like so you would actually fucking use it.
It made it usable, and it made it cool. Like I was saying, it's
It's
kind
true.
of just like blow fire, swing your sword, and like just kind of very fluid. Um, I would want that. Like I think when I review this Unearthed Arcana, I'm gonna talk about that, because that's one of the things I'm gonna
I just, do you know what I would just do?
give them the
Just make
option.
it. No, I would literally just be like, I mean, if you want to like flavor it and do it so you can either do like those quick, or like a big, I want to catch a bunch of people in this. I would just literally make it so that for every how would I do this? I would make it so that you can forego an attack or multiple attacks, and for every attack you put into it, it's an extra D10 to the damage. So it'd be a D10 plus your, I don't know, whatever modifier it might be. But if you forego 3 attacks to blow out your flame, it's going to be 3d10 of damage if they fail to save.
I like that. I was also thinking more like maybe nerfing the scaling of the, like a little bit of the replace an attack one, and giving you the option where you do a little less damage but you still get to hit with a sword,
Mm-hmm.
or you can take this deep breath. I also think that's more like, I hate this word in D&D, but realistic, where you either just go and like release just a puff in their face, or you boom and just like blow up an area, you know?
That's why for each attack. So if you have 3, I was thinking you'd be able to forego 2, roll,
Yeah.
just catch them with 2d10 of fire damage, and then make a sword swing if you want to.
Yeah.
How about how about instead of doing some shit with the scaling, how about instead it's just you can replace an attack with it and it's 1d10 plus mod.
What does its
So
mod
like
go off of though?
But it still does.
well, I
I don't
mean,
think that
Actual.
scales enough, does it?
no, it doesn't scale enough, you're right. For fighters it would scale or whatever, but like for everything else it's kind of cringy.
You're right. For every other, that's why it only helps with martial classes.
Yeah.
What if we kind of mix both of it, where we still get like the scaling D10, but it's half your character level? Like, what would that end up being? Like at level 20, 4d10 plus 10, right? Like
Well, that's an average of 35.
35. Like it's a little stronger, but I don't know. There's a lot of things you can do with this, but like, yeah, I'm gonna think about it, and I'm gonna put that in when I do the survey. Not that my opinion matters. My vote doesn't matter. But yeah, that was that. They're kind of doing a thing where everything has lineages now, so it's more of like, and that's more of like a clerical thing, where it's just
Okay.
like everything has a drop down menu of like, are you a drow, are you a high elf, are you a wood elf, as opposed to them being like separate articles, right?
Okay.
Which is kind of cool. Then we're talking about halflings, which are still scary because of luck. That's still there.
So got that look.
Orcs. Adrenaline rush. When you take the dash action, you can take dash as a bonus action. And when you do so, you gain a number of temporary hit points equal to your proficiency bonus. Holy shit. That creates some fun things. Am I overestimating that? Like, that's
I'm sorry.
Adrenaline
Read it
rush.
back to me one more time.
adrenaline
That
rush.
has
You
that's
can
pretty cool.
You can take the dash action. If you're an orc, you can take the dash action as a bonus action, and when you do so, you gain a number of temporary hit points equal to your proficiency bonus. And you can use this trait a
That's
number
big
of
at early
times.
levels. That's
I
not
mean,
that's not that big.
that's pretty. I mean, it's
You basically give
they
some
gave
of the abilities of a rogue to any class,
one ability or ability for rogue.
but like one of the most useful ones at early levels. Like you can do crazy shit with that. Like I don't know if it's too broken. I'd allow it in my game. I might change
Yeah,
my mind on that, but like it creates it. You know what? It makes the orc a little bit more interesting and potentially more playable.
yeah, the orc was dog shit before,
Yeah.
so
The only
anything to make it okay.
the only thing that orcs really had for themselves, because no one really gives a shit about carrying capacity unless you're trying to lift a mountain. Um,
Yeah,
but relentless endurance was the only thing that people took it for, which
that's
we
half
still
orc.
have.
It's half work.
Well, now orcs have it.
Oh,
Oh shit.
Um,
well, now they're even better then.
yeah. Tieflings. They have different kinds of tieflings, and they're not like
Abyssal.
they have abyssal tieflings. They describe them.
Like demon tieflings?
Yeah, abyssal
Yeah, dude.
tieflings, the heartless entropy of the abyss, the howling chaos of pandemonium, and the vast despair of Carceri call to tieflings who have the abyssal fiendish legacy. Horns, fur, tusks, black blood, and peculiar odors are common physical features of such tieflings, most of whom have the blood of demons coursing through their veins. You have chthonic ones, which are more of like your
Neutrally.
Yugoloths and like
Fuck
hags and
good.
night hags and stuff like that. They look cadaverous. Some are unearthly beautiful or have physical features in common with a night hag, Yugoloth, or some other neutral evil fiend. Infernal Legacy is 9 hells, like straightforward. Um, they have things from those legacies. Kind of limits. I kind of liked how many things, how many kinds of tieflings you could have.
Yeah.
I did kind of like that. It was a little clunky just because it was so much of it, like a little bit like flooded. But and I feel like there's only like 2 or 3 that I actually did use. Um,
Zariel Tiefling was my baby.
Zariel
Yeah, it was
tieflings.
Searing Smite and Branding Smite, one of the two.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, it was both of those.
both of those, yeah.
Upcast too.
Mm-hmm. Uh,
That shit was good.
you get thaumaturgy no matter what kind you are. Um,
Let's see
and
these spells.
abyssal tieflings get resistance to poison damage, and you know poison spray. Then you get ray of sickness at 3rd level, and at 5th level you get hold person. That's a little.
Hold person.
Yeah, but that's at 5th level.
Mm.
Is that 3rd level spell?
That's a 3rd level spell,
Okay,
buddy.
okay, then that's good. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
That's
solid.
pretty solid.
And poison spray, I think, is like one of the highest damaging cantrips.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
D12.
yeah, but it's just it's just that it affects a con save, which is like notoriously difficult to break.
Yeah.
But still, that's in addition to whatever else you decide to take, and incredibly thematic.
He's pretty good.
Chthonic ones have resistance to necrotic, chill touch. You get false life and ray of enfeeblement. Okay. Infernal, resistance to fire, firebolt, hellish rebuke, and darkness. That's really solid. That's a really solid set.
If you could see through the darkness, it would be even more based. But alas,
Warlock.
Warlock, baby.
Warlock.
Or
Or you
background
take
for that
the
Warlock feat.
or you take
Yeah.
that Warlock feat.
Eldritch Initiate, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, no backgrounds. Since 2014, characters have received ability score increases from several sources, either from a race that has the ability score trait or the ability score rules and Tasha's. If you make a character using one of those older sources, the character doesn't also get the ability increases from their background. So they're tying ability score increases to background now.
That's a lot more logical, I think.
Yeah. And you can still, like, if you have something really specific, you can still go back to Tasha's and stuff like that. And
Hell
it
yeah.
clarifies that. So the backgrounds are, like, more important now. Like, they have more things. They kind of cut, like, the, like, little, like, benefits you get. Like, if you're a hermit, you, like, have a secret. Or if you're a folk hero, you can get free lodging anywhere
Peasants to
people
help
know
you,
you.
yeah.
Yeah. And acolytes can go to any church.
Sailors get passage on ships.
Yeah, like they kind of
Yeah.
did away with that. But acolytes, for example, +2 to wisdom, +1 to intelligence. They get insight and religion as their skill proficiencies. calligrapher supplies. They get celestial, and the feat they get is magic initiate, and it's for the divine spell list. So you get a first level and a cantrip from the cleric spell list if you're an acolyte. That's pretty base.
She healing my words.
So the backgrounds come with a feat now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
It's pretty cool.
Artisans, +2 intelligence, +1 charisma, investigation, persuasion, da 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 da. You know Gnomish, and you get the crafter feat. Which I don't know that one. I think it's a new one, but it's down there. Ooh, cultist is a background.
Cultist.
Mm-hmm. Charlatans get the skilled feat. Criminals get the alert feat. Cultists get magic initiate arcane. Yeah, I'm just skipping through these. Just all the ability score increases. We can read that on our own time. Entertainers get the musician feat. Can't wait to see what that is. Farmers get the tough feat. Guards get the alert feat. Gladiators get
Farmers get the tough feat. Oh, I love
farmers get the
that.
tough
Guards
feat.
get the alert feat. Oh, man.
Guards get the alert feat. Gladiators get savage attacker. Magic initiate gets primal. Okay, so that's like the druid thing.
Primal.
So I did I mention like the new like spell lists thing? Did I mention that?
No.
Okay. They've kind of done away with like, oh, the bard spell list, the wizard spell list, the cleric spell list, stuff like that, and gone with more like there's a holy spell list, there's a or divine spell list, there's a arcane spell list, there's a primal spell list, and I think there's like I forget what the last one for like sorcerers and stuff was. I think it's like a chaotic or an eldritch spell list, and so they've kind of combined the spell lists for like various things. Yeah. Nobles get skilled, laborers get tough, pilgrims get healers, sages get magic initiate arcane, sailors get tavern brawler,
It's hilarious.
soldiers get savage attacker.
Soldiers and gladiator both get savage attacker?
Yeah. It makes sense.
That just seems lazy.
Urchins get lucky.
Urchins? Fucking.
All right, and then down here are like a list of languages and stuff like that. Feats. Each feat has a level. To take a feat, your level must equal or exceed the feat's level. You must meet any prerequisite specified in a feat to take that feat. If you lose a feat's prerequisite, you can't use that feat until you regain the prerequisite. If the feat is repeatable, you can take it more than once. If it isn't, you can take it only once. Okay. Alert. I remember they nerfed this. You get initiative. You get proficiency to your initiative.
Okay.
So alert scales. It doesn't just start at 5.
That's
like
pretty
it
good.
scales.
Can get even more insane because it becomes a
+6 at level 20.
No.
Yeah.
Initiative swap. Holy shit.
You can swap your initiative with the initiative one willing ally in the same combat.
Oh,
I like that a
fun
lot.
shit.
That works for your like tactician character that you were.
Yeah, that really does. Yeah.
For both of those, like that makes sense. Crafter, it's a new one. You gain a tool proficiency with 3 different artisans tools. Whenever you buy a non-magical item, you get a 20% discount. Faster crafting, when you craft an item using a tool, crafting time is reduced by 20%. That seems particularly specific. But it's okay, these are first level feats. I don't expect them to be too powerful.
Healer.
Healer. If you have a healer's kit, tend to a creature within 5 feet as an action. That creature can expend a hit die, and then you roll that hit die, and it regains the number of hit points equal to the roll plus your proficiency bonus. I think that's kind of better. Whenever you roll a die to determine the number of hit points you restore with a spell, you can re-roll the die if it rolls a 1, and you must use the new roll. That's nice. You can create some crazy healing builds with that. Like, just eternally. Like, if you make a life cleric, you can just, like, eternally just be, like, healing for shit tons of damage. Or shit tons of life. Lucky. Did they fix this? Luck points. You have another luck points equal to your proficiency bonus. Oh, no. They made it worse.
No.
They made it worse. Okay.
Okay, so it's just. Oh man.
That's up to
at
6
level
now.
20. And you get them back on a long rest 6 times a
And you can.
day. You could just give
Oh, that's
yourself
so
advantage.
good. I love
That's
it. I love
amazing.
it so
Oh my
much.
god.
That is so
They took
busted.
all the
That's so
memes and they said, "Let's
stupid.
double down."
Let's double down.
Let's let's make your 20th level character have to
It
be able to
literally
do
it
this.
literally means
Six.
it is only nerfed for the first 4
Well,
levels of 5.
wizards no longer have to take foresight. They can just take wish. They can just take wish and power word kill. They don't have to take foresight anymore. Uh,
Oh
disadvantage.
man.
You can impose disadvantage too. Could you do that with luck?
Fuck, this is. I thought you could only do advantage.
I thought you could only
I
do
think you can
advantage.
impose disadvantage on attack rolls against you. I think is the only thing you could do.
Yeah, that's an attack roll. So that's the same. They just made it. They made it scale
This is.
insanely, and that's insane too because it started with 3.
Yeah,
So like having 2 at level 1 is not that big of a problem, like and not that big of a nerf. Like once you're
it's
past
only a nerf until level 5.
until level 5, after level 5, you're in the green.
It's
Like
it's only
It's
the
only as
same
good
or a
or
flat
better.
buff. Yeah. This is bonkers.
They literally doubled down on that so hard. That's hilarious.
oh my god.
There's no point in picking any other feat. I guess
I
every
think,
character I'm playing from now on is gonna be a fucking hood rat.
but I think, but you have to go with like the background, and you'll have to take it later if you don't do that.
No, you can make up a background. They
Yeah,
had
you
a
can
whole
make up a
thing.
background. Yeah, you can make up a background. Magic Initiate. 2 cantrips and a first level spell. Same thing. And you get to choose your spellcasting ability, and you get to choose from Arcane, Divine, or Primal. Interesting. Does this mean that? I wonder what sorcerers and warlocks get then. Is it Arcane or Primal? Probably
yeah.
Arcane. I don't know. Anyway,
Probably.
musician. You get instrument training. As you finish a short rest or long rest, you can play a song on a musical instrument and give inspiration
Give
to allies that hear the song. Number of allies you can affect in this way equals your proficiency bonus. Yeah, a big thing in D&D 1 I'm noticing is there's a lot more ways in-game to get inspiration. Like, humans get it every long rest. Which seems a little insane to me. And kind of gets rid of the idea that the DM can award inspiration, and kind of gets rid of that, like the beauty of that, like you did really well, take this. Or maybe it's intended to stack. I didn't read that. If it stacks, that's good. I like that. Savage Attacker, attack action, hit within weapon as part of that action. Reroll the weapons dice. You can roll the weapons dice twice and use either roll.
Advantage on damage once a turn.
Interesting. That's cool.
Advantage on damages.
Yeah, advantage on
Pretty
that's
good.
I like that's
There's not that many feats that, or there
That do
isn't that
that.
many like features that added that in regular D&D. So it's you love to see it.
well, I think that makes it it makes it more interesting to have a barbarian with like the gladiator feat, because you get like savage attacker and like or whatever it was, because then you get like you get reckless attack and savage attacker, which, oh my god, putting
You're
those
thinking
together.
I think you're thinking of great weapon fighting, aren't you? Great weapon fighting would be pretty good with that too, because you could re-roll 1s and 2s. So you re-roll 1s and 2s, at least the first one.
Take great weapon fighting, take reckless attack, have a barbarian with great weapon fighting, reckless attack, and savage attacker, and you're dealing ass loads of damage.
You are going to be rolling triple advantage on your damage and taking the highest every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, because savage attacker doesn't grant advantage anymore. Like, it doesn't do that. It grants it, like, you re-roll the weapon's damage twice and use either roll. So like you can roll damage twice and just pick. So that's
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
basically advantage on your damage. Why would you not pick the bigger ones? And then you get to re-roll, and if it rolls up as a 1 or a 2, oh, hold on, let me re-roll that real quick.
It's
If
good.
you roll, yeah, like
You can use it once per turn. There's no limit on that. Oh, great. Oh, that's
Every
fun.
single fucking turn.
Every turn you're doing that. Limited only by your number of attacks. Okay, skilled. You get 3 skills with proficiency. I hate that it doesn't give you expertise in something.
3 skills, no expertise. What an L.
you can't choose. I thought it was always you get in 3 skills, or you can pick one that you already have to gain expertise.
That was skill expert, which I like better than skilled.
Okay. Good thing it's all backwards compatible.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'd prefer
But
skill
this
deck.
is gonna make it so confusing because it's gonna really there's gonna be a lot more of like, all right, what is this DM allowing or
Allowing.
playing? Is
Well,
gonna
it'll be a question and it'll be a
yeah.
conversation. Um, I like it
Oh
because
shit.
what has happened here?
No, I've read ahead. Keep going. Sorry.
Okay, Tavern Brawler, enhanced unarmed strike, 1d4 plus your strength modifier. Whenever you roll a damage die, re-roll the die if it rolls a 1. Use the new roll. When you hit a creature with an unarmed strike, you can push it.
Are we good on this, by the way? Because my computer.
Oh, you want me to? Are we good on Baldur's
Confirm.
Gate? You mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna say we've been sitting on the screen for a while.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me get through this conversation. You're welcome to join me, and we can revisit this later.
Is it indeed?
I just love the furniture as weapons. You can wield furniture as a weapon using the rules of a great club for small or medium furniture, and the rules of a
They
club for tiny furniture.
I like that it.
that's fucking hilarious and great.
I like that buffed that because it was like
Yeah,
1d4 for anything, and
it
it's
was
like,
piss poor. It was piss poor last time.
why the fuck
Do
would
you
you
know
do that?
what they should have added to? They should have put it where if you put yourself next to a wall, so if you put your back to the wall, attacks have disadvantage against you, melee attacks.
I do like that. That's a
Because
pretty cool idea.
that is like that's what you do in a bar fight. Put your back to the wall so no one can hit you from behind.
Okay, I don't like that. Let's fit it to screen. And then I'll just close this. Let's close this.
Yeah, as long as you're all saved out. I mean, once you leave, it'll just.
Yeah. All right. So I'm
I'm
gonna put this here. We'll just have kind of a black screen here, and I'll just move us. I'll move us around and
we'll
make
have
us
a little.
bigger.
We're having a little bit of a breakdown now. Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, welcome to the podcast. Yeah, this is now
I
this is now
just,
our D&D podcast.
Mm-hmm.
oh my God, Nick Cannon is expecting his 10th child.
What?
He's for real though trying to film Cheaper by the Dozen 3.
This has to be a kink, right?
It's a thing, breeding kinks.
Man's got
Like,
a breeding
I
kink.
like busting inside as much as the next guy, but like actually bringing 10 kids into the world is a bonkers idea.
Look, bro ain't got a choice. Roby Way got overturned, dog. No,
Oh my
God.
god.
bro, I like that is a lot of kids though. Like 10? How many?
There's
What's the ages apart? Do we know? Like, what's the gaps?
well,
How?
his ninth with a different woman is still happening. Like she's still pregnant. So I think it's like maybe 2 to 3 years in between all of them maximum.
He's just pumping them out.
Is this? No,
He's
it's
got
not.
2 1-year-olds, a 5-year-old, an 11-year-old. Oh my god.
There we go. Just boost this to there, and I don't care. Okay. Going back to this. Furniture's weapons. Club for tiny, great
Genghis
club for smaller,
Khan.
medium. I'm sad that it gets rid of the grapple thing because that makes Ashby irrelevant. Not irrelevant, but less the luchador that I made her out to be.
Was it
There's
Tavern Brawler
probably
that you used?
It was
Isn't
Tavern
all, like,
Brawler because
Grappler.
what?
Wasn't Grappler?
No, Grappler's useless because that all Grappler does is it gives you the ability to pin, and that restrains both of you. So it's like, why would you do that?
Yeah, pinning sucks.
Pinning sucks.
Mm.
But no,
jumping's
like the
the one
only
with no
reason I
other
took
enemies.
Tavern Brawler is what it does is I think it gives you can do extra damage when you're grappling something, like as a bonus action every turn. And I think you can grapple someone, or like you can grapple someone as a bonus action. It makes grapples just so much better. I think you get advantage on them too.
Backwards compatible rules.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah.
Like, I would probably mix some of these things because the other features of Tavern Brawler are dog shit. But yeah, tough, same thing. And that is all the first level feats. Those are
That's
basically.
probably. Oh no, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying that's probably like a good list to start with, like to start a character with.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that kind of covers all the bases I can think of for like feats I'd accept whenever I say, hey, you can have a feat at level 1, but it needs to be a thematic one, so that people don't come in with like Misty Step from like Fey Touched, Misty Step and
Touched, yeah.
Hex, and like crazy stuff like that, which I like because I'm a min-maxer sometimes, but like it's fine.
Yeah, I was gonna say from what you said before. I think my rule for it is I would be like, look, you can take the new or the old version of the feat, but you can't mix the features of. You know what I mean? You got to either take it as it is written, one way or the other.
Yeah.
Unless like I don't know, maybe there's like one I'm not thinking of that's just dog shit garbage
Well, I
in
think it
both
might.
variants, but has like one good thing in each. Maybe you know what I mean, as long as it's not broken. But that's
I
to
think
be
it
determined.
like the only ones I'm concerned about they're like the alert feat. But then again, like it depends on your campaign. If you're having a long-term campaign, you want to take the new alert. But if you're having like a level 3 one shot, take the old alert. And you have +5 to to initiative. Um, but like being able to swap initiative is really cool too. I like that some of those feats scale. I really like scaling in D&D because I feel like in current 5e there's a lot of shit that doesn't scale. There's a lot of shit that doesn't scale that should. And things that are useless because they don't, like the old breath weapon, for example. Um, and like lots of like little subclass feature healing abilities and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
All right.
Like
We're
like
almost
second
done.
wind man, that shit. If
Yeah,
you're
second
not
one.
like fully a fighter, that shit sucks. Like
Yeah.
I get it if you're like a 10th level fighter, you know what I mean? You
Yeah.
pop that on, that's 15 average HP, you know what I mean? It can keep you through one more attack. At
Is it
level 20, that's an extra 30, you know what I mean?
is it hit points or is it temporary hit points?
It's hit points, it's full hit
Okay.
points.
Okay.
It is literally you just do the Khal Drogo just and just
Okay.
And then
stop your
bam.
blood flow, I guess.
So they're
Yep.
basically um incorporating the rules that everybody like in the rules everybody ignores that 1s and 20s do nothing on skill checks. They're making that part of the rules. If you roll a 1 on a d20, the d20 test automatically, they're calling it that now. The d20 test automatically fails regardless of any modifiers to the roll.
Oh,
I like that.
okay.
I like that change.
Yeah.
Obviously, like the DM will limit it.
So
Yeah.
now you can crit on skill checks.
Yes, you roll a 20, d20 automatically succeeds regardless of any modifiers. Player character also gains inspiration when rolling the 20, thanks to the remarkable success. You just get
Here's the
inspiration
I
everywhere.
don't
I don't
I
know
don't
about that.
think I don't. Well, here's the thing. No one was, dude. I look. You can either. I feel like you can mix match whether you want to use the new
Yeah.
inspiration rules or not. Because when you think about it, I mean, I'm gonna probably use this because I'm not gonna lie. I always fucking forget to
I
get
always
it on
forget to use
inspiration.
inspiration.
I always because we're so caught up in just enjoying the cool moment, and then my brain is like, this is awesome. Now, what are the other? I have to immediately think, how are the other 18 people on this map that I control going to react to this now? How does this change their strategy? Because you know when someone does like
Yeah.
a cool thing that you would give inspiration for, it's normally something that's a game changing moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
So like,
I'm thinking what I might do is like I might mix and match some things like you're saying. Like
mhm.
there's an initiative rule that I never liked because it seems too complicated to me, but it's a house rule that I think XP to level 3 uses, where it's like cards, like playing cards, and your inspiration is he hands you a card, and then you can use your inspiration and you flip it over, and whatever number it is, I forget what he does for jacks, kings, and queens and jokers, but when you turn it over, that's the modifier you add to your initiative. Not to your
Like a
initiative, to your
playing
check,
card
like a playing card. Yeah. So like
that
you
can
get
get
in.
to a +10.
Yeah, I mean it can get to a +10 or it can be a +1. You never know. So like you crack it open and you're not ever expecting it to be like insane. So I might do that for like
Oh,
for
they're not allowed to see the card. No
no,
one
they can't.
knows the
No one
card until
knows.
it's
You
played.
and you flip it over, and that's what you get. I kind of like that. Seemed a little complicated before, but I kind of like the idea of having that kind of like I might do this. Like I have that kind of inspiration for like if I award it or if a player awards it, and it's just like the regular old rules for like all these things that are like baked into the game now. Like that's what I might do. But again, D&D now is something where it's the rules are made up and the points don't matter. So, like
Right.
it just kind of depends on what you want to do.
Yeah, that's fair
So I'm
enough.
okay with it. Critical hits. Weapons and unarmed strikes have a special feature for player characters. Critical hits. If player rolls a 20 for an attack roll, the attack is also a critical hit, which means it deals extra damage. Roll the damage dice a second time. Add the second roll as extra damage. For example, this, that, and the other. If your weapon and unarmed strike has no damage dice, it deals no extra damage on a crit.
I thought the modifier should be doubled too.
Yeah. Well, I double all damage just because it's easier in my head.
Because a 20 strength character with a +3 longsword, that's 8 damage as their, and that's like max shit. We're talking at level like 17 to 20. You know what I mean? Where 8 extra damage isn't that much. You know what I'm saying? So it scales in that sense. What's the harm in letting them add another 8 to the extra D10?
Well, the problem with this way of doing a crit is like, let's say you're like you have this mace like right here. It's 1d6 plus your strength. You got 1d6 plus 3, right? And so you crit, and so you roll 1d6 plus 3. You get a 3, and you roll it again, and you get a 1, right? That's not particularly like. I was like, okay, that did a little
Which is
more
why
damage.
I think at least in the earlier levels, if you were able to get the other +3 from getting your bonus twice, it'd help a little bit there. The other thing I saw, which I swiftly realized we couldn't use for Out of the Abyss because our campaign would be over so fucking quick, was the juicier crits. This is another thing I think level 3 of XP I saw in one of his videos, or I saw it multiple places, but he's the first one that mentioned it. I was like, oh, that actually is a good idea. I should try that. They take the maximum of the damage roll plus just the roll. So if you're swinging with a d6 plus 4, you know what I mean, for your strength modifier,
I do like this.
it's that's 10 damage maximum, right? So now you're rolling 10 plus a d6 plus, maybe not the +4, but 10 plus another d6.
Oh shit! I'm
so
looking at myself.
That's my favorite system.
Because
so
you're
far.
dealing, you know what I mean? Like, it's always going to be at least
It's satisfying.
a juicy regular attack. It'll always at least be a super juicy regular attack, even if you roll shit. Because, there still has to be a little bit of room for rolling like shit for both the players and
Can you explain that to me real quick again? I'm sorry, I was dealing with stuff on the stream.
So when you roll a crit, instead of doubling the roll, you take the maximum of the normal roll plus a normal roll. Maybe, I don't know, I don't think you use the modifier for the second roll. So basically, if you're swinging with a short sword and you have a strength of 18, so that is a d6 plus 4, so you're dealing a maximum damage when you're rolling normally of 10.
So you get your
so
10, and then you get another thing on top
plus
of
a
that.
d6.
Plus a
yeah,
d6.
plus a d6.
Yeah, that's
like
my
that.
favorite
Yeah.
type.
I wouldn't add the
Well,
modifier
because
second time.
Because a big thing is like sometimes crits can get out of hand too. Like
Paladins.
Yeah, like I feel like
cough cough paladin cough
cough paladin divine smite cough cough.
Also rogues, because I mean they're
Sneak
already
attack,
gonna be sneak attack already means they're gonna have advantage. So that's 2 chances to anyway. Keep going. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, no. But like like I like that a lot better because it keeps it within like reasonable range, so you don't like accidentally, quote unquote accidentally, you know what you're doing. Deal like 120 damage at level 6 or whatever. But it still feels juicy and good and makes you feel like I accomplished something today. And it also makes it less devastating when a DM does it to you.
And if you want to take it a step further, I had a DM who would do he basically rolled it like that, except we actually added the modifier. This is one of my old, like way back when I was in high school. We did this D&D. He had the modifier. We were playing like a Game of Thrones one, and there was no magic. We were just doing like martial classes, and it was so that was like a little bit more of a thing. And I just remember what the hell. Oh, it was always completely like unresist. If like an enemy had like a feature that meant they could resist like a certain amount of damage per turn from like I remember you have heavily armored characters that would basically have the 1 feat that would make them absorb 3 damage or something like that. He would do that often, and it would scale. It would be basically true damage. Like you couldn't resist crit damage unless you were immune to it.
I think I like that. I think I'm
so if you crit a so basically if you crit a, well, I guess a devil's a bad example because they're completely immune to fire damage, but if you crit a tiefling with firebolt, it would deal regular damage through their resistance.
I kind of like that. Yeah, I think that makes sense. I think I've done that before. Like I've made that a thing. Like a crit overcomes resistance for a moment. Like you burn this demon so bad that this devil so bad that like it or
because what's a crit? Like an overpowered attack. So if you're thinking of like someone casting a spell and they just overcharge and it explodes. Again, if they're immune to it, I get it. Like, none, bro. Fire doesn't touch me.
I give them resistance, except in certain cases if they're immune. And I'd give them the full damage if they're resistant. That's
I
probably
gotta
what
hit
I'd
the
do.
bathroom. I'll be back.
Fair
Go for
enough.
it.
That actually, you know what? That
Yeah.
is fair.
Uh,
Maybe
'cause-
like
I guess depending on the case, because I can see things where it's like Megara, the fire titan thing, is
can't
fire.
be hurt by fire. Yeah,
It's
exactly.
fire.
No, I
Like
understand.
you can't burn fire. Um, but like maybe
Most immunities make sense like that
Yeah.
for those
yeah
reasons.
yeah. But like
But if it was like a rock creature that wasn't supposed to be hurt by fire because it has a super high melting point or whatever.
you reach that melting point.
Yeah, exactly.
Or there's a lot of like water creatures that are like resistant to cold damage.
Fair
And
enough.
like you freeze the water. That makes sense to me. Like you just freeze the water and they start kind of breaking apart. They still move, but they start breaking apart. Because they freeze so solid. And then again, you can as a DM just get creative with that too. Like something like that where you like freeze them. They're petrified for a round.
That's something he would do all the time too. Is he would always crits weren't just damage.
Shit
It was
happened.
funny because he would make them super juicy too, like with all the damage. But it would always do something, and it would hit us too. Like there would be times where I got hit with a crit, soaked up a shit ton of damage, and because the enemy hit me super hard in the arm, my arm goes limp for a second. I fucking drop my sword, and now I'm disarmed. I gotta pick my shit back up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Stuff like that.
Yeah. I wouldn't do anything too brutal because of already the damage you're receiving.
Oh, it went both ways. That campaign was brutal, but it was like we went through characters like that.
All right. Condition stuff. I'm just reading through here. Incapacitated. They fixed the thing where it was unclear as to whether or not you could speak when you're incapacitated, because that was not in there.
Because that wasn't clear enough.
That wasn't clear. Like it didn't say you can. It said like you can't take actions or reactions. Your concentration is broken, and yeah. Also, if you're incapacitated, you have disadvantage on initiative rolls.
Yeah, I'd hope so.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Because you can't
I
take them
don't-
out of initiative. Like they're there.
No, I don't know. That's weird because if a creature is incapacitated and then the fight starts, the only time they would just be skipping turns until they're not incapacitated anymore, right? They're not knocked out. And incapacitated basically means knocked out.
Right.
So when they come back to consciousness, why would they? They're like, oh shit, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. Is that like it makes sense that they'd be in initiative, like they'd be in the initiative.
yeah,
order.
yeah.
So that's good
weird
to have a
I
rule
find it a
for
little
that.
weird that it causes disadvantage though,
Well,
because they're already losing out on those turns. You know
Well,
what I mean?
it's-
I guess it doesn't really hurt them that much. They're already losing out on turns.
Well, it's called surprise. Like imagine if like how like sometimes you wake up and you're really groggy. Like imagine there's a like you and your friends like fighting a dragon in your room, and you're like, oh god, let me get my sword, let me get my stuff. Where is my sword? Shit.
You ever seen that the picture of the dude like with the meme where he's just waking up, he's like,
Yeah.
where his eyes and he's just doing like the
Yeah, it's one of those.
yeah, just that picture.
Oh, I think they're just selecting the two conditions that are different. Because grappled is different now too, apparently. Your speed is 0, and it can't change. You have a disadvantage on attack rolls against any target other than the grappler. I think initially you had disadvantage on all attack rolls. But
Makes sense if you're being grappled.
yeah. The grappler can drag or carry you, but the grappler suffers the slowed condition. That's a new condition. Interesting. While moving, unless you're tiny or 2 or more sizes smaller.
Because slowed was always like there would either be effects that take your speed, they would make you use an action, bonus action, or reaction, not all three, or in any, or a combination of both. That's what the slow spell did, which is both those things. So is that what slowed is? Is just like
I don't know. I think it's I think these are in alphabetical order, so I think we're gonna get there.
Oh, okay.
Inspiration. You gain inspiration by a bunch of stuff, and the DM can award it. Can never have more than one. If something gives you inspiration, you already have it. You can give it to a player character in your group who lacks it. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
You lose it on a long rest. Okay.
I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest.
My rule of thumb on Clickety Clackety is you get this session and the session after to use it. because you might get like your inspiration at the end of a day. You know, like you might get it at the end of the day. You might have like a really good bedtime story you read somebody. You know, like you get the
I'm
next
just
day to use
saying
it.
that being able to pass it on, I don't like.
You don't like that one?
Because like normally,
But
because like
it's passed on when you get it though. Like
yeah,
so,
but look, think of a human that might just be saving it for something, and like they pull off something you think is worth inspiration. You're like, oh, you want to award that player, and then they're like, oh, sweet, Jerry, you get inspiration now.
I peep this.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I dropped something in the voice chat.
let me see.
It needs to go on stream.
Oh, you want me to put it on stream?
It needs to be on stream for all 2 people.
Oh my god. All right, we'll put this on stream for all 2 people.
Thank you. You can also put the one before it if you're feeling adventurous.
I don't know what the one before it is.
Imagine
Is it safe? I don't know what it is. Is it safe
It's
for?
safe.
It's safe for
It's
Twitch.
safe.
Okay.
Yeah.
I actually it's like mentioning something. I don't know if mentioning things or make
What?
the own call on it.
I'm not looking at it. What? Can you give me the context of what it's mentioning?
There's an internet video about 2 women and 1 receptacle for drinks.
Oh my god. All right.
It's a reference.
Yeah,
It's
it's just
not
a reference.
actually.
I don't know when this
But
voice chat
that's
was actually used. These are
that's
candy.
the second one.
These are the candy monsters that
Yes.
you have summoned. And
Oh, you
fresh
saw
fire
this?
opal.
Oh, I thought you were
Radical.
talking about the last thing you sent. Imagine it's your day in court for a horrible crime you didn't commit. Your lawyer is late. You haven't even met them yet. Then the door swings open, and it's a fucking golden retriever in a suit. Your heart sinks. You realize you're an Airbud 14, attorney at paw. You weep.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay, come on. Yeah, you can talk about this on Twitch. There's
you can
2
share this.
girls, but because the ravages of socialism, they're forced to share just 1 cup.
Oh my god.
Jordan Peterson. Like
Jordan
tear
Peterson
jerking.
crying
Due to the
memes.
ravages
I
of
mean, it's not like an
socialism.
actual quote. It's just like a meme, but you know.
Oh my god. Musical instruments.
Yeah,
Primal
Scott,
spells.
I'm thinking you're gonna be able to summon either 2 of the knights, 1 of the sentinel, or 1 of the spellbaker. I think that's fair.
Yeah, that spellbaker that's a spell in itself.
Oh my god.
Yeah. What's your
And no
highest level
recursion.
spell slot right now?
My highest level spell slot is a 3rd.
When do you get your 4th?
Pretty soon. I think like either next level or the level after.
Because
What
it's kind of on par with my opinion on summon demon, which I think is a 4, or greater demon, which is a 4. So I was gonna make it a 4.
I'm just gonna move on because I'm getting tired and I want to get through these next 2 pages.
My bad. You know what? I legitimately forgot we were on a stream. I'm sorry. I just totally.
It's
went on a
okay.
tangent
It's
about my
okay.
games.
No, you're good.
Crap.
We're streaming for 2 viewers. We're basically just here.
Hello, 2 friends.
Hello, 2 friends. There's the and I think it's us, honestly.
Yeah, it is.
probably
I'm
gotta
one
be
of them.
both.
You're the other
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. The slowed condition. While you're slowed, you experience the following effects. You spend 1 extra foot of movement for every foot. Like that's the thing. Attack rolls against you have advantage. Ooh.
Shit, dude.
That makes sense. I mean, what was it before? Just a static AC drop, or was it disadvantage? Or
I don't
advantage?
think I don't think it had anything
This
like
is
that.
grappled. This is the equivalent of grappled now.
Well, yeah, that's what it is. Is grappled gives you the slowed condition. Is what it was. What grappled said.
Oh my! You could literally hold someone and be like, "Get them, boys."
Get him, boys.
Jump his ass.
I like that
Just
because
stab
that's not in the original rules. I don't think. But I always use that because it just makes sense. You're holding someone. Get the shit. Like get him. Yeah, and dexterity saves affected. That makes sense. And I'm also thinking of like if you're dragging somebody, you achieve the slowed condition while you're dragging them. You can't defend yourself against attacks, and you can't move as quickly. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, you're basically half movement, literally.
Tremor sense. Pinpoint the location of creatures and moving objects within that range, provided that they're both in contact with the same surface or the same liquid. Oh, so it affects liquid too. Okay. Tremor sense can't detect creatures or objects in the air. It doesn't count as a form of sight. Okay, so
I
that
hate
just
that,
seems like
like
some clarifying things. So like technically you can't use blindness to take away tremor sense, you know? Yeah.
mm,
Like that's what that is. And I didn't know about liquid. I do like that about being able to like be so in touch with the water that you're able to go and like know where something is.
I
I think there's certain fish
I
that
get
do
it,
that.
especially for like yeah, there's a lot of you know what I mean.
Yeah. Um, unarmed strike. Oh, this fixes my problem with the tavern brawler feat. This gives it to everybody. Uh, when you hit someone with an armed strike, bludgeoning damage equal to +1 plus your strength modifier. When they're grappled, the escape DC equals that. With you hit with your unarmed strike, you can grapple something. That's already true. I'm sorry, never mind. It doesn't.
Yeah,
Um,
this is the
this
same.
is the same. It has to change something because I don't think they'd put it in there if it didn't. Because it doesn't have poisoned like and petrified and all that shit in here. So, and here's like the spell lists for specific things. I want to look through this and see what crazy combinations we can get now, like what now that sorcerers I think share
I mean,
like
sorcerers
thing.
and wizards are both arcane.
They're both
If you ask
arcane.
me.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, you know what? Because
What are warlocks now?
they're arcane. Because I see Armor of Agathis and Arms of Hadar. I
Alright.
see Chromatic or that's wizards too. Hex is on
Woo.
here,
So you can get Hex as a wizard or a sorcerer.
or a sorcerer, or a warlock.
That's fantastic because I love Hex. Hex is
Yeah.
great,
Yeah. Hex is-
especially for if you want to be like a earlier game, you can be a pretty decent melee.
I no longer
spellcaster.
I no longer have to take a feat to get one of my favorite spells in the game.
You just have to be the right class,
Just have to be the right class.
or you have to take a feat.
But now I think bards have it. I think bards have it. I think wizards have it.
Why
I think
have bards not been able to have Hex? They have what's it called?
bards have like a really like limited spell list. But looking at like how few spells there are in here, I think that they also get access to their own spell lists. Like, let me see.
You mock someone to death.
Let me see if there's vicious mockery on here anywhere.
Yes.
I don't see it.
I was gonna say. So let me get this straight. So bards can use vicious mockery.
Oh no, it is over here. That's an arcane spell.
So what you're saying is, a wizard can use vicious mockery.
A wizard
now.
can use vicious mockery.
Holy shit.
Hey,
Hold on,
hey,
guys.
hey,
I just
Barry.
need to open up my spell book. Boy, you dirty.
Barry. Barry has vicious mockery, Scott. Barry has
Oh, I
vicious
mean,
mockery.
I choose to believe canonically he already had vicious mockery.
Yeah, like he just has it. And it's
Yeah,
not like
just for reasons.
I like to say that it's not like a good quip, like a D's nuts kind of thing. I'd like to say it's more like just kind of making someone feel stupid. Like just like schooling them on something and like being able to like read them well enough to just know that they're shit and telling them so. Like in canon, it's just like you whisper something and it hurts them, but like I don't know, I like that. But now I'm thinking like bards are so much better to me now. I'm excited to bring Sadie back. Oh no, we're not using that for this campaign because we're not yet. But
Yeah,
yeah,
we're gonna stick to.
yeah, we're gonna stick to what we
now.
have. Yeah. That makes bards so much more playable to me because I just do not like their spell lists because there's lots of shit that like there's so much they really struggle with damage.
They do.
Like really bad. Like the thing they get is dissonant whispers, which is fine, but that's like it. But now they get chromatic orb, they get dissonant whispers, they get hellish rebuke.
You can get steel wind strike. You know what I mean? Like, come on,
Yeah, okay.
It's a full anime.
that's a good ass damaging spell. Do you
If you're a
remember
melee bard.
cleared like 8 people
Yeah.
with one steel wing. He could, or like demons rather, or devils. Sorry, Scott. I know he gets very particular about that.
Yes.
Please continue.
I'm looking at the interesting. Now all clerics get the smites.
All clerics get the smites.
Clerics.
I can't wait to build a war cleric that fucks.
All paladins get
Isn't that
inflict
supposed to be a
wounds.
paladin?
All paladins get inflict wounds.
Inflict wounds, paladin.
All paladins get guiding bolt. Uh,
Oh shit! No more range issues for
no
paladins,
more range
boys.
issues for paladins. Just none.
We throwing. We fucking
And
blasting
that
That's
them.
actually like that's a good trade-off too, because that's like 1 for 1 for the damage. So it's like, do I want to smite with this spell slot or do I want to throw a guiding bolt? Because either way, you're going to do the same amount of extra damage. That's actually
You could you
it's
could
literally the same
first
damage. It's actually more.
yeah.
Guiding bolt's 3d8, isn't it?
It's
Guiding
4d8.
bolt is
It's
4d6.
4d6.
46.
That's
So
more
instead of
damage.
2d8, that's 24 instead of
That's an average of 12 damage.
Now, granted, you lose out on extra attack, so it's only really viable before level 5.
But even then, you can use higher level spell slots. And
true.
there's other stuff you do with guiding bolt, like that grants advantage. And if you're like out of range, like if you're stuck over there because the paladin has been pulled away from the thing by like some kind of weird magic, it can just sit on its floating rock in the abyss and go, all right, and just become a holy ballista.
It's also
from a
radiant,
distance.
which is the second least resisted type in all of D&D. So
That's true.
second only to psychic, because what the fuck is resistant to psychic damage except for literal like mind flayers or I forget that one race, Kalashtars.
Oh, the
Druids
stars, yeah.
Druids get Hunter's Mark now.
It makes sense though, but
It makes sense.
holy shit.
Druids get Hunter's Mark. Let's see what else they got. They get a lot of like.
I can't wait for Moon Druids to burn Hunter's Mark and then just
And then
do a
just
d6 of extra
wreck.
damage on everything.
Can they use like the other ranger spells like
They get
Snaring
hail. They get
Strike
Hail
or-
of Thorns.
Hail of Thorns?
Honestly, that sounds so much cooler for a druid than for a ranger. Like, just imagine, like, you just, like, shoot a whole bunch of, like, you, like, pull the needles out of the trees and just, like, the little pine needles and just, and just, like,
Can you imagine that? Like a druid that just has like a fucking bow and they just pull back the string and like up from their arm, 2 twigs just like wrap around and like grow in, like literally spiraling in on each other, grow into the arrow, like, because they don't use like metal. Like that would be like a bow ring. I'm sorry, a bow druid would actually be pretty thematically cool. Super like primal hunter type deal.
yeah.
Because you can literally get hunters. That you basically are allowed to do the ranger stuff and transform into an animal whenever you want to.
Mm-hmm. And
You just don't get the fighting style. But boo-hoo, right? Like
yeah,
Yeah.
boo-hoo.
just take
You don't.
be
You
a
use
human,
you
take
use
the fighting
spells.
take the fighting adept fee, dick.
So at
Just
this
get-
point, essentially every class gets like hex. Like Hunter's Mark and Hex are slightly different for like the extra thing they do. But like every class now has that ability to mark shit and like make it like die. That's amazing. I love that. Looking at
Do
other
these paladins can use guidance?
That's a cantrip.
and
I
they
know.
have it. And they have it now.
And
They don't can't
holy.
paladins don't normally get cantrips though.
Right,
don't?
right. That's
oh,
right. They
you're
can't.
right. I
Mhm.
forgot. They're
You have to take the
yeah.
Blessed Warrior fighting style.
Yeah.
Which there's now reason to do, it feels like. Especially if you take the feat that gives you an extra fighting style. There's now reason to do that.
Wait, you were talking about like some other spells being like split around. So what's the healing situation? You said like other classes get healing word now.
Yeah. So a lot of the feats give healing word, and at least two of the races give healing word.
Oh, okay, nice. I mean that's good because like he said, for the most part, low level healing like that, like the only use you have is usually getting people up, so they don't have to risk on death rolls. But
Yep.
at
Basically,
least
you
with
get
healing word, it's ranged.
basically you get healing word in terms of like just flat healing without like like sit in this puddle for 10 minutes kind of healing.
Mhm.
You have healing word, and then you don't get something that's as useful as healing word until heal. Like
Yeah.
like there's some like niche things that you can do with the other healing spells, but they're so niche that I don't even consider them as useful. Like heal saves a fight. Healing Word saves a fight. The rest of it is just kind of like, oh, well, this may pull us out of this pinch, but
I don't know if you consider these healing spells necessarily, but I mean, lesser and greater restoration are good too.
yeah, those are good. I wouldn't consider them like healing spells. I think of those as more like utility
Yeah, are they're just status
support.
healing instead of
What is
yeah.
this pro lesser restoration shit I'm hearing?
What?
You
Lesser restoration gargles cock.
What is it? What does it even affect? Like,
I don't know. I only know. Here's the thing. I don't know what the spell does. I only know that in multiple books I've seen a thing like, oh, a lesser restoration spell will
can
heal
fix
this. Yeah, like that's the only thing I know it's useful for.
It fixes diseases. It fixes diseases.
Okay.
You can't be
It's
blinded,
useful in
deafened,
that.
paralyzed, or poisoned. It's useful in niche situations. Like that's the thing.
Blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned. I mean,
But like the
you
problem
say
with it,
niche, but how many creatures poison in this fucking game?
Yeah,
here's
but
the
none of
thing
those
though.
poisons
You're
last a
not,
long
and you're not
time.
gonna use lesser restoration in combat. Like that's the big thing. Is like not guiding bolt. A greater restoration can fix like game-ending shit. Like that can fix like petrified, can it? It can fix petrified. It can fix like exhaustion. Like I think.
High curses, like
Yeah, curses and shit. Whereas this is more effective for like disease. This is like lesser restoration strikes me as something you use more in like the outside of combat situation, where it's like there's a disease, you cure the disease, or like after the combat you patch people up who've been poisoned and shit. The only one of those that I can see being necessary and common in there are two of those I guess that I would say are like common in combat that should probably be fixed, and that's paralyzed and blinded.
So like, is new D&D still using this whole stupid ass spell slot thing, or are we finally gonna use a fucking mana point system?
They
true.
For the
they
love of
had
Christ,
that
just make it 1 point per every spell slot that you used to get.
they
You know what I
had
mean?
that in an Unearthed Arcana years ago.
There's a variant system in the player's handbook.
Is it literally like how
Oh
I
yeah,
just
I think
described?
no,
Like,
it wasn't in Arcana. It's in the book. Like the mana point system's in the book, just nobody uses it.
what is it? Is it literally like a level 1 spell is worth 1 point? If you have a level 2 spell slot from your class, they're worth 2 points? Like, is it like literally 1-to-1 like that?
Where
I
do you
can't
think that
remember.
would? Where do you think that would be? Would that be in the DM's guide or would that be in?
That's that's
Be a
DM's.
DMG,
Oh
yeah.
shit. Yeah, I think it's DM's guide.
Okay.
It's
So
you can just look up variant spell point rules and then you can get it.
I don't think it's in here.
Source Dungeon Master Guide. In this variant system, a character who has a spellcasting feature uses spell points instead of spell slots to fuel spells. Spell points give a caster more flexibility at the cost of greater complexity. In this variant, each spell has a point based on its level. The spell point summarizes the cost from first to the... Oh, it's not like 1-to-1. Like a first level spell costs 2 points.
It's literally the same. It just uses math. Like I would never use this because it hurts my brain. Because like
Fair.
Because like
But
so at first level you have 4 spell points, and your max spell level is a first level spell, and a first level spell costs 2 spell points, so you get 2 spell slots like you do at level 1. It might scale later, but then it looks like you get 3 spell slots.
but it means like there's situations where later on, instead of
Right.
spending 4, instead of having 4 first level spell slots burning a hole in your fucking pocket that isn't gonna do shit to change the battlefield, you
Yeah.
can use those as spell points to throw out a 4th level spell.
Yeah, so for example, at 3rd level, you're not stuck with your first level spell slots and having to move on to your second. You can cast Healing Word 7 times a day. And you don't have to upcast it.
Yeah, the upcasting for lower spells is still the same.
I'm wondering if oh god, this hurts my head. Does that change how that works then? Second level spells are 3. So I'm trying to think if that actually does create complexity. Like if that actually does create this ability for you to like mix and match those spell points and like make it more of a mana pool. I'm trying to think if that works. I'm not good enough at math. But like,
I'd love to help you with this theoretical thinking right now, but I'm so
I'm losing energy. And I think that's the end of the Unearthed Arcana, and I think this is also kind of the end of the stream as well. But yeah, thank you, you two, for joining this, because that was basically all that was here. And that's fine.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. Come back and play with us, and come back and watch us sometimes. But yeah,
I'll do my best.
nothing else.
Have a nice night, everybody.
Before you leave, I gotta end stream so we don't jumble up.
Right.
Everybody say clickety clackety, please come backety with me at the same time. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Clickety clackety,
Clickety clackety,
please come backety. Oh, that didn't work because we're all disconnected. Oh my god, I'm in.